Hello, welcome back to the water. My name is Beast. Today we're back with Daitoshokan no Hitsujikai. I'll probably be like rubbing my neck a bunch today, like this, because I got a haircut. It's probably obvious from the new length of my hair here. You probably could hear me if I actually spoke near the microphone. Yeah, like I had my beard just like brought it back into shape, as well as like cut off like about 4 centimeters of my hair, of my hair, and that's why the entirety of my neck is now very itchy. That's gonna take some time before that stops. Anyways, as usual, little roulette at the beginning. On the left-hand side, we have Natsuki from Hoshiori Yume Mirai doing that one. Just stay with nice. And on the right-hand side, we have depression. Sad little Michiru. Let's not have that. Oh, it changed the wrong one. Now it's a nice CG that I don't feel like talking about right now, because it would ever so slightly spoil something potentially. And again, what I don't want to talk about right now, because I do believe that one will be seen in the next part of These Dreams Are in Love With Me. Which, by the way, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that there will be a second co-host. Probably. Potentially drunk as well. So that's good. Anyways, be prepared for various Warhammer 40k and history memes in that one. Anyways, so yeah, today we'll be going for Misono's route, and honestly I have half a mind to just skip her route right now and go for the Kodachi route. Not because I don't like Misono, but because I like Kodachi so much more. Alas, I'll hold back for now, since tomorrow we will for sure start with Kodachi's route. Anyways, for now, let's hit it! I'll try to negotiate with her again. Misono's been in a foul mood since the start of the week, and it's been bugging me. I should ask her why she's so unhappy. Besides, I think taking this request will be good for her. She's trying to find a way to enjoy singing. The experiences she'd get from working with everyone here might help her in might help her in her search. Back! Misono gives me an acknowledging nod from her usual seat. Pop. I don't think you can see that, probably, but there was some white condensation coming out. And the condensation. Let's just call it fog. Anyways, Misono gives me an acknowledging nod from her usual seat. It looks like Kanosuke brought her back here without much fuzz. Things went fine, thanks Kanosuke. An uncomfortable silence follows. Please do. I admire Kanosuke's ability to read mood as she hurries out of the room. Misono, you really don't want to do it? Misono lifts her feet onto the chair after her curt reply. I think Shichizawa's reasoning has some logic to it. If she was nominated by the screenwriter, then that makes her an inconvertible part of the script. Is there some part you can't accept? Why yes, wait, what? She rests her chin on her knees as she begins to elaborate. Hence why working with them is probably going to be beneficial to you.
あんなにあっさり舞台のクオリティのために役を諦められるなんて。歌のことだってそうです。
They just want to put on the best show they can, I guess.
割り切れるのがすごいです。あの人たち、どんな気持ちで活動に取り組んでるんでしょうか。
I wouldn't know.
答えは期待してませんから。
What's with that smug smile you got there? Shut the fuck off. A tiny grin forms on her lips. It's like the mischievous grin of a kitten.
だから、私みたいな人間より、あの人たちが歌った方がいいと思ったんです。迷っている人間が歌っても、いいことないですから。
Her voice grows weaker as she lets a tiny sigh escape. If you think they're so amazing, then why not try working with them? It might just be the marker that puts you back on the right track. Just think of it as an extracurricular activity. Free your mind and throw yourself at it.
芹沢さんに頼まれたんですね。
She tilts her head until her cheek rests on her knees. She did. But it was no more than a request. I could have easily rejected it. I didn't because I think it might be best for you to give it a try.
ためにならなかったら?
She lifts her head to look at me. Her expression is challenging me to respond. I think this might just work. Whatever happens, happens. Que sera, sera.
無責任です。
I can hardly guarantee anything. I'm no music expert. But I'm definitely more confident in my Misono expertise. So yeah, that's how I came to it.
そうですか。
I'll go put on a different shirt and wash my neck or something. Be right back. Back. Did that transition work? I hope it worked. Probably didn't. Anyways. She buries her face behind her knees again. She'll probably like, nah, that button can stay open. Giggles start to leak out from inside.
恥ずかしいこと言うんですね。
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a reaction like that too. Alas, my filthy self.
もし私のためにならなかったらどうします？
Well, I'll grant any one wish of yours.
楽しみにしてます。
Her face becomes visible again. Does that mean you're doing it? She nods. Good to hear.
せいぜい頑張ってみます。
I don't know anything about music, but I'll support you in any way I can.
期待しないでおきます。
She grins at me. Now that I look at her, she's pretty cute. I mean, she was cute before, it's just that, Kodachi is better. She's actually been cute for a long while now, admittedly.
一つ応援してもらえることがあります。肩、揉んでください。
Huh? I give her a stare of doubt.
なんですか？もういいです。揉んでくれなくていいです。
Oh, no, I'll do it. I get to my feet in an instant and quickly move behind her. I can already sense our usual pattern bubbling to the surface.
もういいです。
Come on, leave it to me. I'm good at this.
いいです。やめてください。
Don't worry, you'll be in heaven in a few seconds. There you go. Here, and start to massage her shoulders.
ストップザ不謹慎
Hold it right there, dearie. As long as you're going for adulthood away a bit too fast. I don't know why I felt the need to read it like that. Hold on. That just reminds me of a scene from the anime. You know what? Fuck it. Hold on. I'm gonna just like pull up a video of that scene. Open that up. I do believe it's called a Kodachi's misunderstanding. Like, I've been watching a bunch of, like, scenes from the Daitoshokan no Hitsujikai anime. because it's a really good. Like, some of these scenes are fucking amazing. Hold on, let me just like skip the intro because said. There we go. That should be roughly it. I'll just show this so like the person who uploaded this doesn't mind. Because it's just that funny. I mean, they don't own this content, technically. This is the anime, so they can't fucking sue me. Why does his mouth move, but hers doesn't?
いかがわしく聞こえるけど勘違いでしたってベタなパターンでしょ。いいわ、乗ってやろうじゃない。あんたら何やって。本当になんかやってたし。お取り込み中失礼しました。
You heard the Ayachi there, didn't you? And also I feel the need to just show this exact scene just because of the face. Look at that face. Fuck. Look at that face. It is the epitome of face. Whoops. Ignore that. Good thing that CG was already in the first part. Anyways, Kanosuke appears out of nowhere. So you were listening the whole time? Kanosuke looks away. Kanosuke blows on a whistle as I sigh and go back to my seat. Where did she even get that whistle from? By the way, Misono's going to perform the ending song. Kanosuke stares straight at Misono. Maji. Misono bashfully nods in response. There's something on the screen. There we go, it's gone now. It was like right on Misono's nose. That actually sounds possible. Though I've heard plenty of at last note already. It was a far more innocent way than you're imagining, that's for sure. Kanosuke starts to frown. And her expression changes again! She's so animated! No, she's... There's no animation, these are sprites. That was a bad joke. Great news. The beaming Kanosuke starts to rub Misono's shoulders. In any case, I'm relieved that Misono accepted the request. Hopefully this turns out well. July 21st. I'm here at Aprio with Takamine at his invitation. I do a quick survey to check if Kanosuke's around, but she's nowhere to be found. My end? I turned to question after swallowing down a bite of my char-grilled, free-range chicken set.
ほら、演劇部のやつ。
My nose is itchy. Ah, the library club request. We've given the script to the voice acting group. They've started practicing with it.
それは桜庭から聞いたな。
We've also just sent the ending song to them last night.
届いたって、もうできたのかよ。頼んだのってつい最近じゃなかったか？
Whoops. There we go, that's what he said. His inspiration came quickly once he found out Misono would be doing the vocals.
えらい張り切ってんな。
Konosuke apparently told him to be quick, if at all possible, as the summer festival is approaching soon. None of us imagined he'd complete it that fast. Though he did say he'll fix any issues that come up once Misono tries to sing it, so maybe it's for more of a prototype.
歌に仮組とかあるのかよ。
I don't know. All first drafts, I think. I'm not that knowledgeable about music. How about your end?
もう大変よ。途中で桜庭がブチ切れて、くんずほぐれつの大乱闘。つぐみちゃんはおいおい泣き出すし。
What the heck is going on there?
そこに俺がさっそうと登場して万事解決ってわけよ。
I'm sure that happened.
いやいや、今回の高峰さんはかなりかっこいいよ。きっと家計も男惚れするに違いない。
Sounds fun. I guess I can count on them to settle things there. Whoops, the phone in my pocket sounds off. It's an email from Misono.
誰よ？
Misono.
ラブレターか。
Confessing over the phone doesn't sound very serious. I fire as suitable a retort as I read through the email.
最近筧先輩が顔を出してくれないので練習がはかどってます。嬉しいです。
She's right. I haven't been going to see her practicing lately. Maybe she misses me.
エンディングの歌が届いたので今朝練習したのですがうまくいかないところがあります。これも筧先輩のおかげです。
So she's already started practicing the ending song, huh? I'm glad that she is so passionate, but how can it be my fault that she can't pull it off well?
筧先輩、よかったら相談に乗ってくれませんか？来てくれたら特別にエンディング曲を聴く権利を差し上げます。嘘です。あげません。
What the heck? This whole email is littered with oddities. She jumps from one topic to the other while seemingly hiding her true intentions the whole time. I guess she just wants attention.
千里ちゃんに罵られでもしたか？
Pretty much. I give him an uncommitted response. I can't really explain this email well.
筧、それは我々の世界ではご褒美だ。ありがたく頂戴しろ。
What's his name again? Hold on. It's something with S, I think. Nah, that's wrong. Fuck. Characters. There you go. Characters. Kaido. That was it. I thought S because he always says Shuji instead of Hoshina. Anyway, so Kaido. Like Takumi and Kaido can just like shake hands on that front, I guess. Be a proper monk already. I think about how to reply. Does Misono want advice because she can't perform the ending song well? It's not like I have any knowledge of singing. Does she want help on something I can actually advise on? I pondered a little more before composing my reply. Sounds like you're practicing hard. Much respect. How about I go over to the music department once I finish up lunch here? By the way, I think you'll have better luck with your teacher if you want singing advice. I tap on the send button. Phew.
悟りに達したか。
He reacts to my sigh. That's impossible for me.
知ってるか？仏性は誰にでも宿ってるらしいぜ。
Misono may well send me to the afterlife.
なんて羨ましい。
Our chopsticks continue moving as we carry on our silly conversation. My phone! Yes, my phone! My phone sounds off once more.
また千里ちゃんか。
Probably.
次は大好きだとか送ってみろよ。きっとうまくいくぜ。
As if it would. I brush off Takamina's assertion as I stare at the screen.
ありがとうございます。音楽棟で待ってます。でも、先生に相談はできません。授業と関係のない個人的なことは頼めません。自分で頑張ってみます。あと、筧先輩はお世辞を言わないでください。
Did I flatter her? I quickly tap out another reply. Indeed, you pushed out tape recordings of your performances to others. That doesn't sound lesson-based to me. I know you didn't think much of that move, but she may have had your best interest in mind, you know. If you go to her for advice and show interest in it, I'm sure she'll respond well. Give it a try. I sent the reply off to
大
her.
好きだって打ったか？
No way, fool. No way, fool! There we go, that's better. That would become a major headache. I arrive at the music department. Misono's leaning back against the wall. Yo.
来てくれましたか。
Of course I did, I promised.
ああ、ですね。
She smiles slightly. Looks like she's in good spirits today. Hold on, I'm just sit a bit over here. Did something good happen?
先輩が言った通り、先生に話してみたんです。そうしたら、授業時間を使って、丁寧に教えてくれました。
She has a CD in her hand. I suppose it contains the ending song. You consulted her?
筧先輩がどうしてもって言うから、仕方なくですけど。
Oh, you, hiding your shyness again.
カナの真似はやめてください。イラッとします。
Was that like her?
はい、似てました。
Small giggle escapes her lips.
ともかく、ありがとうございました。おかげで、うまく歌えるようになったと思います。
How did your teacher react?
大体は筧先輩の言った通りでした。どんな歌でもいい。これと決めて、前向きになったことは評価できる。この歌なら、自分が世界で一番うまく歌える人間なんだと思えるよう頑張りなさいって言われました。
The best singer in the world, huh? She's really on a different scale altogether.
今までは、歌いたいと思った人が好きに歌えばいい。うまいとか下手とかどうでもよくて、その人なりに精一杯歌えば、それでいいって思ってたんです。
She gazes at the
で
CD.
も、これは私が歌うために作ってくれた歌ですから、私が誰よりもうまく歌えないとダメですよね。
That's right. Drama Club members had the same feelings when we met with them too. She must have realized that by now. We've gotten this far. All that's left is for her to give it her all. Based on what I've seen, she and her teacher both see each other in a better light too. The rumors swirling around the library club should vanish in due time. My duty has ended. Misono, this is your show now. Good luck.
ありがとうございます。何かあったら、また先輩に相談していいですか？
You can't do without me, huh?
ダメだと思います？
Guess not. She displays a rare bit of smile.
でも、いてほしいです。筧先輩が嫌でなければ。
Do I? Would I be happy to be freed from this time-consuming duty? Would being apart from her really satisfy me? I think back to when I decided to stay with the library club. That was when I decided to face up to an unknown part of myself. So a strange feeling swelling up within me. Like the hair at the back of my head is caught on something. I need to face up to that too. Of course I don't mind. It's so fun to see so many different sides of you. I'd love to see even more.
何急に変なこと言ってるんですか？
Because being weird is fun. That's just how I really feel.
はいはい。おっとっと。
She frantically holds out the CD that was about to slip out of her. Holds onto the CD that was about to slip out of her grasp.
もう、危ないじゃないですか。
Hold it properly.
汗で滑ったんです。筧先輩、もっと涼しいところに行きませんか？
Like?
秋のレッスン室です。クーラーが効いてて涼しいですよ。
Misono points to the classroom at the corner. I don't mind, but the club room works if you're just looking to escape the heat.
メールで送ったじゃないですか。エンディング曲を聴いてもらおうかなって。
Oh, yeah.
聞きたくないならいいですけど。
Oh, no, 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 I want to hear it. We head towards an empty classroom together. Misono's just finished her practice sessions. She said she wanted to drop by the club room on the way back, and I ended up tagging along. She is heading towards the club room while I decided to do some shopping. By the way, Persona, I am now at the in the depths of mementos, finally. So, I am base game Persona end game now. And after that, there's finally gonna be content I have not seen yet, so I won't be able to skip every single fucking scene. Almost. Anyways, she's heading towards the club room while I decided to do some I already read this. That was divine. She sung just for me in an empty classroom. I had the voice of a diva all to myself. It still feels too luxurious for me even now. I've listened to the song on CD several times, but nothing compares to hearing it live. Hearing her voice so close sent shivers through me. It was as if I could sense, each and every vibration in of the atmosphere.
Yes.
Oh, talking.
Kodachi!
Yes! More Kodachi! That reminds me, I still need to change my profile picture over on Discord to just smug Kodachi. Because why the fuck wouldn't I? The thing is, I don't want to change the channel picture, because changing it too often would just be confusing. I should just get some kind of artist to make something for that. But then again, that would cost money. Yeah, some to leave on the back burner until I finally get actual money with this. And again, that could take a while. Oh well. I'll just stay with Murasame until then, I suppose. Anyways. Hi, Kodachi. I bumped into Kodachi in front of the library.
覚えててくれたんだ。
Yes. There's no way I could forget. That I guess there is actually.
私の場合はね。
She laughs a little.
何してんの？
I was out shopping. I'm heading back to the club room now. I lift up the plastic bag for her to see.
部室に誰かいるの？
There should be.
やけに静かだから誰もいないと思ってた。
Guess we're usually noisy, huh? Sorry about that.
まあ、委員長も何も言ってこないし、いいんじゃないの？
My head suddenly starts to hurt.
で、最近どう？
What do you mean?
いや、ほら、そろそろ筧くんも身を固めるお年頃じゃない？
Are you a neighboring soccer mom now?
恥ずかしがらなくてもいいでしょ？ちょっと言ってみてよ。お目当ては誰？
No one in particular. She narrows her eyes.
そうかな。つい最近ときめいたことがあるんじゃないの？
She is a shepherd. Could she have been using her powers to influence my actions? You're not attempting to guide me somewhere, are you?
ああ、それはない。
She's attempting to guide me Misono somewhere.
羊飼いの仕事とは関係なしに応援してるよ。
Well, thanks. I always love to talk about these kinds of things.
そりゃまあ、年頃の乙女ですから。
Huh.
何よ、なんか文句あるの？
She puts her hands to her hips. Nah, you do your best too.
何よ、その上から目線。言われなくたって頑張りますから。はいはい、頑張りますよ。じゃあね。
She leaves in a huff. Why is she so adorable? I pass by the counter on the way to the club room. Kodachi's right. It's quiet enough to make you think that no one's inside. Did Misono go home already? I can't sense any signs of life from within. Whoops, there's only one person inside. It's Misono. She's sitting in her chair while slumped over on the table. Oh, she's asleep. I place the plastic bag on the table, but she sleeps right through it. Guess she must be tired, but she's still way too defenseless right now. What would happen if it wasn't me, but a stranger who walked in? I sit next to her. Hey, Misono, wake up! My voice isn't enough to wake her. To wake her up. She must be in a really deep sleep. I do want to let her rest, but I can hardly go back and leave her here. That is a problem. I randomly glance at her soft cheeks. Kanosuke gave them a poke the last time we found her sleeping. Hey, Misono! Better wake up or I'll poke your cheek! Nothing. I have to follow up on my threat, don't I? Really gonna do it, you hear? I poke my finger into her cheek. She emits a sensual moan. Her cheeks are so soft and smooth to touch, I could get addicted to this. Hey, Misono! I poke her in the cheek again. Oh man, the softness. I know I shouldn't do this, but I can't stop. Her eyes flicker open and meet my gaze. I was going to move my hand away, but I lost all track of what I wanted to do the second we locked eyes. She jumps to her feet unsteadily. Watch out! Yes! Green Barley Road! I'm still so upset because for some reason there is no Green Barley Road on YouTube. No one has uploaded like one of the best soundtracks in this entire game to YouTube, and I'm upset about that. Like seriously upset about that. Anyways, I throw out my hands at her to keep her upright, to the point where it now looks like I'm giving her a hug. Sorry. Her face is right before my eyes. A gentle, sweet, and unmistakably womanly scent tickles my nostrils. She stares wordlessly at me. Misono?
Senpai.
She mutters under her breath as she closes her eyes. Well then. What should I do now? Hey, Misono. She's waiting for a kiss. She stays still with her lips closed and her breath held. She invited me to kiss her. Do I even have the right to do that? Still no, She opens her eyes. She cranes her neck upward to meet my gaze. A light giggle. What the?
筧先輩でも焦ったりするんですね。
Yeah, I bet I did. I'm a teenager and very much male.
じゃあ、今日はこれで許してあげます。
She puts her index finger to my lips, then brings it to hers with a mischievous grin. That I was...
さあ、なんでしょうね。
She frees herself from my arms and moves away slightly. I have no idea what I should say.
すみません。待ってる間に寝ちゃいました。
No, that's fine.
カナにメールしたら、今日はみんな先に帰ったって言ってました。
I see.
筧先輩、私たちも帰りましょうか。
Yeah. I'm pretty much responding on autopilot. My head's a mess right now and I can't formulate a reply longer than a couple of words.
先輩。
Huh?
今日は練習に付き合ってくれて嬉しかったです。
What's going on? Apparently someone tagged me somewhere. Ah. So apparently a Bosk War streaming.
またお願いしていいですか？
Sure.
ありがとうございます。
Her beautiful eyes go warm as she smiles. It's the weekend, Sunday to be exact. I'm at the station with the sun's fierce rays beating down on me while I wait for Misono. She wants a guide around the summer festival.
Ah, senpai.
Yes, forget it. We've seen this outfit before. It's blistering hot today. She squints her eyes as she looks up at the sky. The sun is really strong. It feels like the sunlight will make her evaporate into nothingness. Are you okay with the heat?
寒いよりは暑い方が好きです。先輩は
I like it cold myself.
もやしですね。
Please be a little less blunt. You might melt with how hot it is. You might melt with how hot it is today.
あれ気にしてたんですか
She chuckles happily. At least you're in a good mood today.
せっかくの夏祭りですからね。
Shouldn't we have invited the other members though?
桜庭先輩たちは応援構想が忙しいみたいですし。
According to Sakuraba's report yesterday, the war between the two cheerleading squads looks to continue for a while longer. The main issue seems to be that the two heads and lovers are constantly changing their minds. What about Kanosuke?
さあ、行きましょう。
Excuses! That sure was noticeable. I chase after her towards the beach. How was yesterday's recording session?
そこそこです。
Her normally reserved smile looks full of satisfaction. I bet it turned out great. Turned out well, I mean. The drama club's request will be pretty much complete once the recording is finished. All that's left is to send over the completed song to them.
マスタリングに少しかかるみたいで、完成は数日後だってことです。
That cock is just... mastering? Roger, I'll let Kanosuke know later. Okay, he knows what mastering process is apparently, because I don't fucking know what that is.
あ、いえ、私が伝えておきました。
Oh, thanks. That's efficient of her. Seems like she's striving to be more proactive. Now that you've tried it out, how was it? She takes a few seconds to ponder my question.
少し見えたような気がします。誰かに頼まれて歌うのってなんだか新しい感じです。今までは依頼といっても強制みたいなものばかりでしたから。
Sounds good. She responds with a smile. She's being more positive than ever before. Looks like accepting the drama club's job has done her a world of good. There we go. Talking is hard. Hopefully she can keep this up and find a way to make singing fun for her. By the way, what do you want to see today?
ビーチバレーです。
Ah, the one Takamine mentioned. You're interested in that kind of stuff?
そこそこです。
He doesn't give a straight response. I pretty much know the answer, but I might as well ask. Hey, Misono. This is a date, right?
何言ってるんですか。これは先輩に夏祭りを案内させる遊びなんです。
So I'm being toyed with.
いいえ、とにかくデートではないです。
Let's take this as an orientation session then.
はい、それでお願いします。
I give her a comparison and she grabs at it with both hands. Oh well, this is good enough. The beach is full of tan students playing their hearts out and flirting with each other. The sight before her eyes caused her to gasp in amazement. Did you bring your swimsuit?
一応持ってきました。
Let's get changed then.
え
You don't wanna?
恥ずかしいです。
But there are swimsuits all around us. All the students who are striding around in their swimwear. What? No, are. Not who are. All the students are striding around their swimwear. If anything, wearing clothes would make one stand out more.
先輩いやらしいですから。
Don't worry, I'll only look a little bit.
少しは見るんですか。
Okay, I won't look at all.
傷つきます。
The heck do you want me to do?
冗談です。それじゃあ着替えてきます。
She heads to the clubhouse with a giggle.
お待たせしました。
should make that an emote on for the server. Just me, like, just make that into an emote. Anyways, even though no one uses our emotes for some fucking reason, I don't know why. Anyways, she appears in her swimsuit. She has a slender body type. Her skin is so dazzling white that it'll keep anyone awake. She'd look right at home in a commercial for sunscreen.
先輩、何か言ってください。
Yeah. The bikini name originates
そ
from...
んなことじゃないです。バカじゃないですか？
She starts to sulk. The swimsuit looks good on you.
適当すぎです。
Her tone is icy as she turns away, but I can see a slight flush on her cheeks.
そうです。ビーチバレーを見に行きましょう。12時と15時から開始するらしいです。
She changes the topic. You've got 15 minutes to find it. Take a quick look around and find a volleyball match at a section of the beach. Is that it?
みたいですね。
12時より
There we go.
当海水浴場の特設会場にてビーチバレー部によるスペシャルマッチが開催されます。皆様お誘い合わせの上、ぜひご観覧ください。
A flood of students converge onto the venue at the announcer's prompt.
先輩、行きましょう。早く行かないといい席がなくなります。
She's anxious. She seems to be enjoying this, despite only being somewhat interested. It's been a while since the last sports event.
はい。
Never mind.
先輩、早く。
She drags me by the hand. It's soft to the touch. After watching the volleyball match, we borrowed a parasol and a mat to take a break. Man, that was exciting.
想像以上でした。まさかあそこから逆転するなんて。
The excitement still lingers in her voice. The unexpected part was how pumped she was throughout. She pumped her fist and sighed in frustration with each point that was scored. It may have been nothing compared to the havoc around us, but it was still very enthusiastic for how she normally is. Yeah, I was really shocked. I was expecting it on the chin, that's for sure.
すみません。
Did she just kind of accidentally hit him in the chin? She swung her fist in joy once the comeback was completed. It was a perfectly executed uppercut to my chin. I was seeing stars back there. I heard a sporty type.
普通です。筧先輩は苦手ですよね。
Reading is my specialty. My left hand is twice as thick as my right since it's holding books all the time.
いえ、そんな格闘漫画みたいな設定はいらないです。
Makes sense. Maybe that joke would work better if you actually saw my hands. Like just... makes sense. There we go. That was the joke. It was a joke about doing the masturbation. A bad one at that. Anyways.
というか、読書はスポーツじゃないです。
She sighs. In truth, I'm somewhere around average to below average in sports. It's the least interesting part of me.
お互いインドアですね。
Yep. I stare lazily at the sea. While we're here, how about going for a little swim?
泳げるんですか？
Of course I can! You're underestimating the library club!
なら、競争してみますか？
She stands up with a bottle of mineral water in hand. Why did I say hand? Her face shows that she thinks her victory is assured. Her body suddenly loses its strength. Whoa! Ah. Okay. What? What? Also, her breasts suddenly look like 3 times as big. Or is that just me? Anyways, initiate, warning protocol, I suppose, or whatever to call that. We never know if, you know, something might accidentally fucking slip. So, better safe than sorry. I hold her as she falls to her knees. Are you okay?
すみません。急に立ったら。
Why is the bottle of mineral water open? A head rush? Certainly hope that's all it was. Can you stand? She looks like she can move around, but she meekly shakes her head no instead. A normal person can recover from a typical head rush within a minute. It shouldn't be a problem physically. This situation is indeed a problem. There you go, that should be better. Particularly the part where her swimsuit is going to drop off her. Guess it must have loosened when I caught her. I'm pretty sure I'll eat another uppercut if I let her know about it, so I'll be dishonest and keep quiet. Yeah, I should tell her. Miso.
すみません。ご迷惑をおかけして。
No, it's fine with me. I turn my eyes away from her chest. How am I supposed to tell her about her swimsuit now?
もしかして、いやらしいこと考えてますか？
Never.
でも目が笑ってません。
Well, you look down there. Because my heart's beating like crazy.
露骨ですよ。
Sorry, I'm too tense right now.
先輩。
Look down for a second! She looks away shyly.
私、もう大丈夫です。
She starts trying to get back to her feet. It's going to be trouble if I let her do so. The others around will get a serious eyeful. Hold it.
はい。
I'm going to tell you something and I want you to stay calm.
はい。
She stares into my eyes. She's expecting a confession! Your swimsuit's about to fall off.
え?
Your swimsuit's about... A second uppercut. The second uppercut of the day.
死んでください。
I mean... Sorry. Well, my reputation's dead at least. My reputation's dead at least. I've just been given an uppercut by a girl who looks like her swimsuit's about to come off. If that doesn't flag me as a pervert, I don't know what will.
先輩のせいで注目の的になったんですが。
I'm really sorry. Apologizing is all I can do. I should have told you earlier.
そういうことじゃないです。
She turns away in a huff.
あんな風に言われたら勘違いするじゃないですか。
Exactly. She means that. Sorry again. She stares at me.
別にいいですけど。
She then looks away while pouting more than usual.
その代わり、この後買い物に付き合ってください。
That's what you want me to do?
そうです。
That's really all? No problem whatsoever. My reply is immediate. Another view. Were the others there? No. Are? Takumina's heading to his part-time job. He sees a familiar figure at the shopping district while on his way. It's Suzuki. Suzuki's hiding herself at the corner of a street. Oh no, it's this situation again! Just that they're not tailing Kodachi this time! She's looking like she's spying on someone else. Takumina follows her gaze to see two figures at the fore. It's Kake and Misono walking together. Takumina shrugs as he thinks to himself how they're truly in the spring of their life. He can pretend that he didn't see a thing, or he can... He sneaks off to Suzuki's side and confirms that it's her from her face. Takumina decides that it's time to find out how Suzuki feels. Takumina approaches Suzuki and passes her on the shoulder.
高峰さん？
何してんの？
いえ、人間観察ですかね。
もしかして暇？
ほっといてください。すいません。急いでるんです。
二人を見失っちゃうもんな。
見てたんですね。
Suzuki stops in her tracks and turns around to face Takamine.
まあね。おっと、二人が動いたぞ。カナスケ、行こうぜ。
はい。っていうか、なんで高峰さんと一緒に行動しないといけないんですか？
So Suzuki complains, but she follows after Takamine anyway.
まあまあ、寂しい者同士仲良くしようぜ。
私は別に寂しくないですよ。
いやほら、五越同州って言うだろ。
意味違いますから。
俺も家計狙いだぜ。
はあ、なら私たちはライバルじゃないですね。
Suzuki evades easily. Kake and Misono have a short conversation before entering a general store.
家計のやつめ。俺に黙って千里ちゃんとデートか。
They spy on the pair from inside the shop.
本当にデートなんですかね。
パッと見はそうだな。
まあ、ですよね。
Suzuki smiles ambiguously. Takumina's eyebrow rises upon seeing her reaction.
デートじゃない方が良かった。
Suzuki gives Takumina's relatively serious expression a minor glance.
言ってる意味がわかりませんね。
ま、ならいいや。
Takumina figures that Suzuki is going to play along and lets the matter go. From his standpoint, Suzuki would give some sort of signal if she needed help. If she doesn't want to play along, then she doesn't want any help.
おっとやべ、バイトの時間だ。
ご苦労様です。
うん、そんじゃまたな。
Takumina leaves his support in his heart as he rushes off to his part-time job. Another view and... Oh, that's not what it was supposed to be. I take a deep breath of air as I exit the cramped general sport door. Wait, why would breathing in be ho? It was filled from top to bottom with cute accessories and trinkets aimed at girls. I couldn't stand it any longer, so I escaped first.
あら、あなた、筧くんだったかしら。
Yes? A woman calls out my name. Her face rings a bell. Oh, you're Misono's teacher.
そうよ、覚えててくれたのね。
It's the teacher from the music department, the same one who's in charge of Misono. I haven't met her since the quarrel in the strain.
前回は
tram!
ごめんなさいね、取り乱してしまって。
I need to...
私も大人げなかったと反省してます。
It's okay, it's not that big a deal for me. I believe Misono understands now as well. I don't actually know what Misono thinks about this, but the situation calls for politeness.
それならいいんだけど。
The teacher gives a smile tinged with sadness. She looks like she has something to say. Anyway, do you need me for something?
ああ、ごめんなさい。いきなりで驚かせちゃったわね。ただ、お礼が言いたかっただけなの。
What for?
最近、みそのさんはすごくやる気を出して歌の練習に取り組んでくれているわ。あなたたちがみそのさんのために協力してくれたんでしょ？
We haven't done anything in particular. Misono's efforts are her own.
謙遜するのね。あなたの姿を何度も音楽棟で見かけているわよ。芹沢さんからも特に筧くんがいろいろよくしてくれているって聞いたわ。
That's Serizawa in the big mouth. There were rumors about the library club trying to suppress Misono's talent. We had to do something about it, that's all.
そうなの。でもこれで変な噂もなくなるんじゃないかしら。
I hope so too.
お待たせしました。
Misono stands in front of the general store with a face like thunder.
あら、みそのさんもいたのね。
こんにちは。
Misono bows.
二人の邪魔をしても悪いから、私はこれで。みそのさん、頑張ってね。
Misono keeps bowed and silent as her teacher walks away. Now then, what next?
そうですね。まずは説明してください。
About what?
今のはどういうことですか？
Looks like she heard my conversation with the teacher. Although her odd expression pretty much says it all.
みんな、噂のために動いてたんですか？
No, I was the only one who was sticking my nose in. She will lose faith in everyone in the library club if I let them out here. If I out them here. There we go. I have to prevent that from happening at the very least. I decided to act on my own when I heard all the nasty rumors swirling around you.
そうですか。つまり私にアドバイスしてくれたのも、練習に付き合ってくれたのも、全部噂をどうにかするためだったんですね。
Only partially.
おかしいと思ってました。なぜ筧先輩が私の面倒を見てくれるのか、不思議だったんです。
Whoops. The chilly atmosphere emerging from her is reaching sub-zero temperatures. I didn't mean to deceive you. I just thought the end result would be good for you.
ありがとうございます。おかげさまで、もう大丈夫です。これで私から解放されます。よかったですね。
And this situation could very easily be cleared if Lichu just goes, nah, I gotta keep doing it. Wait,
もう帰ります。
just say no. Just not even like, wait, just say no. Are you glad? No. Sure, it started as that, partially, but at this point he genuinely wants to support her. Don't try like, wait, don't give her time to escape or shut you down. Just say no. It takes less than a second to say no.
今日はありがとうございました。
Don't let me get a word in as she bows her head.
さよなら、先輩。
Well, you see, you got the word wait I out, and guess what's shorter than wait I? Yes! No! You absolute fucking idiot! You're supposed to be smarter than that, Kake! Two days later, the usual members meet up. Misono never replied to any of my emails since the fiasco 2 days ago. We've both been too busy to actually meet up in person as well.
ということで、報告は以上だ。
Sakuraba finishes up the usual report.
各人、何か聞きたいことは？
Looks like everyone... I look at everyone one by one. Misono turns away sullenly when I look at her. Looks like she's still pretty angry. Let's try a little experiment. Anything to say, Misono?
ないです。
As sharp as a knife. I wish I could do something about this, but I suspect pushing the issue any further will have the opposite effect. Looks like the only choice is to let Misono stew for a while.
あ、そうだ。これなんですけど。
She's gonna mention the date thing, and it's gonna make the situation, like, infinitely worse. Konosuke takes out a CD case from her bag. Or not.
ここに来る前にもらってきたエンディングソングです。
おお、センリちゃんの歌ったやつか。
完成したんだな。そうなんですよ。この後演劇部に行って渡してくる予定です。その前に一度聞いてみたいな。私も聞いてみたい。やめてください。
Chilly voice raises its discontent.
ダメかな。せっかくミソノが歌ったものだろ。
Relax.
こいつも聞きたいって言ってるぞ。おそらく。
私がいないところでお願いします。
Misono gets up from her seat. She then leaves the club room without looking back.
何かあったのか？
A period of silence ensues.
武井さ、センリちゃんと何かあった？
Why are you asking me?
なんとなく？
He seems to have some idea of the situation. I don't think I'll be able to fool him.
筧くん、何か知ってるなら教えて。
Everyone's gaze falls squarely on me. I won't be able to play this off as a minor issue anymore. Alright, I'll talk. I tell everyone about the series of events that occurred. Everyone lets out a long breath the moment I finish speaking.
千里ちゃんはどうして怒ったのかな。自分の知らないところで話が進んでいたからだろうな。
Part of the reason for all this was to help the library club. Misono probably feels that her emotions were manipulated. Misono put quite a bit of faith in me. And I repeat, that faith in the worst possible way. If only I handled it better. I'm sorry.
いや、任せきりだったのはこちらだ。筧が悪いわけじゃない。それに、筧の配慮のおかげで、被害はまだ最小限のところだ。
This probing into Misono's affairs all started due to their need to deal with the nasty rumors of the library club. I couldn't let this mess become a problem for the library club in general, so I took all the heat. And Fallout was suppressed pretty much exactly as I hoped.
未来のことを考えますかね。
Everyone nods in agreement.
みんなで事情を話して謝ろうよ。
Nah, I'm the only one at fault at this moment. At the moment, expanding the issue won't do anyone any favors. In the worst case, Misono might even quit if everyone apologizes. It's more preferable to keep this dispute at a personal level, even if it does mean that she's angry with me for now. Would everyone mind leaving this to me? I'll mend things between us somehow.
できなかったらどうするつもりですか？
そこは気になるな。
They're sharp as ever. The issue is simple. There are two members in the club who are squabbling. They can't make up, and one or both of them will have to leave. And if one of us is going to leave, it ought to be me. But all this talk about leaving is the absolute last resort. I'm focusing entirely on how to convince her. I swear I'll fix things between us. My will is firm. I don't want Misono to quit, of course. But most importantly, I want to make up with her. I accidentally put the don't there. That's wrong. I want to make up with her and talk with her more. I want to be her strength when she needs it, and watch over her until she finds a way to enjoy singing.
分かった。筧がそう言うなら任せる。
Thanks. Takamine gives me a short nod in acceptance as well.
私たちもできるだけ協力するよ。
Kanosuke seems like she wants to say something for a split second, but the look in her eye passes.
ここまで熱く語られたら協力しないわけにいかないです。この鈴木かな、一肌脱ぎましょう。
It's getting hot. There we go. There we go. I have a new 6-pack of iced tea there, so I can put it in there again instead of like pushing it in the goddamn drawer.
私は二肌くらいかな。
さあ盛り上がってまいりました。
Takamine grins widely.
桜庭選手はどこまで行っちゃいます？
ゴールデンで放送できるレベルだ。
昔はゴールデンでもポロッと言ってたもんだぜ。
筧、頼んだぞ。
Sakuraba decides to ignore Takamine. Yeah, I'll work it out somehow. I'm surprised at how much I want this to happen myself. And I'm starting to develop feelings for Misono beyond the senior-junior relationship. The weekend. We've all gathered at the club room at Sakuraba's behest.
遅くなりました。
Misono's the last to come. Yo.
どうも。
A curt greeting. I've tried to conjure up an opportunity to talk to her alone, but nothing has worked so far. She barely shows up at the club room and replies to every email I send her with "I'm busy." Kanosuke hasn't had any luck either, apparently. This is one of my rare opportunities to see her in person. I have to take this chance.
集まってもらったのは他でもない。急ぎの依頼が入ったんだ。
Sakuraba starts to speak once she sees Misono take her seat.
音楽科の教師。いや、正確には生徒からだな。
Everyone instantly glances at Misono once Sakuraba finishes her sentence.
続きをお願いします。
Misono beckons to Sakuraba without a flicker of emotion.
8月下旬にサマーコンクール、いわゆるサマコンがあることは知っていると思う。依頼は同じ日に声楽専攻の生徒を主体としたイベントを開きたいというものだ。
Sakuraba goes on to elaborate. Shiomi Academy's summer contest. Most people call it SummerCon. It's essentially a contest for those specializing in vocal music. The people chosen to perform are generally the best of the best. The event is famous enough to have been featured on TV before. The judges are also, a who's who of acclaimed vocalists. The event is definitely... The event will definitely have a big impact on the futures of the performers. However, only about 20 people are chosen to perform for the event. You have to persevere through tough competition if you want to be chosen. The request to the Library Club is to hold an event where those who weren't chosen for SummerCon can still perform. In other words, it's essentially a Junifest for local music majors.
その解釈で問題ないと思う。去年も同じような企画があったらしいんだが、うまく形にならなかったとのことだ。はあ、そこで私たちにお声がかかったと。音楽家の先生も私たちを認めてくれたってことだね。
でもさ、なんでまたサマコンと同じ日にやるかね。
サマコン目当てに来る海外メディアやスカウトの気を引きたいということだろう。そうするとあんまり緩いイベントにはできないね。
人生かけてる人がいるわけだしな。
Will we really be able to do that? Will we really be able to do this?
いやー、ところがゆるいイベントが期待されてるらしい。
You can sense the question marks above everyone's heads.
教師陣も生徒たちに息抜きが必要だと思っているようだ。つまりミナフェスで問題ない。いいですね、それ。
Misono looks a lot more appreciative of the idea compared to when it was first brought up. Hold on. She's always disliked the tense atmosphere in the music department, so hearing the teacher's thoughts must make her happy.
千里が乗り気なんて珍しいです。これはもう断れませんよ。うん。ちょっと大変かもしれないけど、頑張ってみようよ。
Sakuraba lets out an uncomfortable cough in the midst of our excitement.
気を悪くしないで聞いてほしいんだが、この依頼、一つだけ条件が提示されている。
Everyone's attention goes back to Sakuraba.
これは教師からの要請なんだが、ミソノをサマコンに参加させてほしいそうだ。
Misono's face goes stiff.
依頼主からの注文なんだ。気を悪くしないでくれ。大丈夫です。
Misono gives a small smile. So small that it's probably closer to the emotionless end of the scale.
言われなくてもサマコンには参加します。ではこの依頼は引き受けていいな。はい、構いません。
Wait. Interrupt the conversation. Misono isn't some tool to be used as a bargaining chip. We should kick the request to the curb if Misono doesn't want to participate. Misono likes the library club's activities. The teacher may well have took that into consideration in order to make it difficult for Misono to refuse performing in summer con. Like, if this teacher is straight up just going there, okay, do that. But if you do that, you also have to make Misono perform there. That's a teacher being an absolute fucking bitch. So that, I would just out of, like, even if Misono wouldn't mind participating, just to show just to show her that that's not something you should do. Like, sure, they're a club, but that doesn't mean that as a teacher you can have literally no respect in your goddamn requests. Like, you want their help, at least pay us some respects. Like, I would just say no just because of how rude he is being, basically. Anyways, if that's the case, then there's no laughing matter.
Senpai.
Misono's emotionless expression wavers for a split second. Tells me all I need to know about the sadness and pain she's trying to
大
withstand.
丈夫ですよ。私、もともとサマコンには参加するつもりでしたから。
Really? Why did Misono look so uncertain just now?
私、このイベントがやりたいんです。みんなが歌を楽しめるイベントなんて二度とできないかもしれません。
Like, honestly, like, the thing is, the teachers want this to happen. Like, the teachers are the one that wants this to happen, and then they have the gall to set a condition. Like, they are trying to ask for fucking help. Yet they are the ones that dare set a condition. Like, I just straight up just deny it just because of that. Just deny it, don't even tell them what went wrong. Just like, look at the request again. Think about the context and try to figure out how you fucked up. Because by God, you apparently need to learn some fucking manners despite being actual faculty. Like, Jesus.
この話がなくったって、どうせサマコンには参加させられてましたし。
Misono's talking as if she's trying to convince herself. In short, you wouldn't want to participate in SummerCon if the library club wasn't involved.
違います。声楽の世界に身を置いている以上、サマコンは大事です。
Misono's terrible at acting. She sounds like she's reading off of a script, but...
ありがとうございます。でも、大丈夫です。気にしないでください。
Misono rejects my objections firmly. She looks firm on this. Alright. Everyone else lets out a breath the moment I finish my sentence.
千里ちゃん、いいの？はい。頑張って楽しいイベントにしたいです。うん。わかった。
Like, if you want to, like, the thing is, if you want to make this event happen, notify the teacher. We will do it, but we won't force fucking Misono into this. Like, we won't fucking force Misono into this. Like, we'll help with the event. Like, we don't mind helping. However, we won't force her into it. If she wants to join, she can join. If she doesn't want to join, she doesn't have to join. And if you still complain at that point, have fun holding that event on your own. Nozaki seems to accept Misono's response. Kanosuke and Takamine nod wordlessly as well. Communicate my views to the requester because the motherfucking Isora fucking matters! Jesus! I fold my arms and start muttering to myself subconsciously. Glad to see how much Misono appreciates the library club, but she clearly doesn't want to participate in SummerCon. Is this turn of event really acceptable? Wait. I can't change her mind about participating in SummerCon, then the next best thing would be to make her think positively about it. If I can pull this off, then SummerCon may well become a huge chance for her. All jokes aside, good performance in SummerCon can really put the world's gaze on her. Alright, time to put some effort into this. Another views! Kana! Suzuki. I was trying to think of like her family name. Suzuki is a family name, isn't it? I'm not being a retard, right? I almost said retard instead of retard. Jesus Christ. I'm at Opry with Senri. I'm usually the one inviting her here, but the opposite happened today. But even though she invited me, she isn't saying anything. She's just playing with a metal rod. What should I do? She glances at me sideways for a second.
Misono-san? Nani?
She looks a little bored. Let's try to be a little aggressive.
ねえ、センリさ。何？私に何か話したいことあるんじゃないの？別に。もう。ほら、意地張ってないでとっとと言う。別に意地は張ってないけど。我慢は体に良くないよ。だってかな、聞きたくなさそうだし。
She speaks timidly as she rolls the rod around in her hands. I guess that's her way of being considerate.
いえいえ、ミソノさんのことなら何でも知りたいですよ。カナがミソノさんっていうのは私をバカにしてる時だから。そんなことないよ。今と思った。ミソノさん、もうやめてよ。そんなこと言って本当はいじられるの好きなんでしょ？好きなんだよね。ちょっと好き。
She giggles a bit. She's so cute. I just can't resist having her hair a little scruffle, giving her hair a little scruffle.
やめてよ、髪が。
Your hair isn't long enough for that to actually mess it up too badly.
ほら、早く言いなさいよ。言いたくてたまらないくせに。わかったから。
She puts the metal rod on the table and places her hands on mine.
それ、なんだっけ？音叉。そうそう。鳴らして使うやつだよね。声楽の人っていつもこんなの持ち歩いてるんだ。歌手はあんまり音叉使わないよ。じゃあなんで？非常用のフォークとか？お守り。昔、友達とお揃いで買ったんだ。
Upon closer inspection, there are lots of little scratches to it. Must have been bought a really long time ago.
ご利益はあった？
She simply smiles. Not much I can say to that.
さて、それじゃあ話を聞かせて。改まって聞かれると困るんだけど、大した話じゃないから。じゃあ私が当ててみようか。わかるの？一つ目はサマコンとイベントの話かな。二つ目は筧さんの話。合ってる？
She looks a little
合っ
surprised.
てる。それじゃあ一つ目からね。サマコン、本当は参加したくないんでしょ。
Silence says it
どう
all.
して？私には不釣り合いな場所だから。なんで不釣り合いなの？むしろふさわしい場所じゃない。
Especially for someone with her talents.
コンクールは勝負の場所だよ。戦う気がない人はいちゃいけないの。なんか難しいね。
She grunts her agreement.
コンクールなんて なくなればいいのに。
Like, the thing is, with the problem with this is her teachers are only making it worse by forcing her into this. Like, she does not want to be part of contests. And by forcing her into it, instead of just trying to encourage her to something, like, okay, take a break. I will still be here, supporting you. Like, doing it like that would be right. But forcing her into it actively makes her more reluctant to do it. That's the problem with this kind of stuff. Like, people think that forcing someone into it is gonna help. Most of the time, it's not gonna fucking help. It's only gonna make them even more reluctant. Like, they're gonna wanna fight back against it. Anyways.
どうして昔はこんなものが楽しかったんだろう。
He's basically talking to herself.
聞いてよかったらだけど、昔何か嫌なことでもあったの？
Serizawa voice actress now because she lost a contest against Senri. She instantly goes stiff and clams up. Bullseye apparently.
今日はやめとく。そっか。うん。ごめん。
It's not a subject she's willing to venture into yet. It's a little sad, yet kind of a relief as well.
じゃあ、筧さんの話。え？最近何かあったでしょ？千里の態度。おかしいよ。別に。いや、隠してもわかるから。本当に何もないから。
She opens her bottle of mineral water and takes a sip.
筧さんのこと好きなんだよね。
She freezes. There's no uncertainty like before. Seems to have come to a conclusion
好
inside.
きなんでしょ？好きじゃない。じゃあ、私が筧さんにアタックしようかな。どうぞ。
She turns her face to the side.
そうそう。
I mimic her actions exactly.
先週の日曜、商店街に行ったんだよね。だから、隠してもしゃあないってこと。嘘。別に探してたわけじゃないよ。たまたま二人を見つけただけだからね。
She turns back to me. She turns back to stare at me doubtfully.
何を見たの？雑貨屋さんの前で何か話してるとこ。あとは知らない。
I'll tell a white lie here. There's no point in getting into the specifics.
さっきの二人のやりとりを聞いてたら、なんかおかしいんだよね。こりゃ絶対なんかあったなーって思ってさ。はぁ。花は、なんでもお見通しだね。
He smiles ruefully as she begins to explain. Apparently Kake had been really nice in giving her lots of advice over the past month. It made her really happy, but the entrance of an insensitive teacher turned the situation on its head. That's when she realized his kindness was due to his worries about the library club. It had nothing to do with any affection for her.
なるほど。
My tone drops to match her
だ
feelings.
から怒ってるんだ。怒ってない。勘違いしたのはこっち。
Yes, you're the one that's currently misunderstanding.
でも、がっかりはしてる。
Her teeth sink into her lip. Being disappointed means that she had hope.
嬉しかった。お説教するわけでもなく、一緒に悩んでくれたから。でも本当は、先生に言われて、仕方なく面倒を見てくれてただけだった。
Kake did exactly what he said he would do. I looked down and realized my hands are balled into fists. Kake had stepped into a region that had been off limits to me. He triggered Senri's feelings before I could. He's really amazing. I'm worthless in comparison.
千里、大丈夫だよ。
She should already be aware. He normally never intrudes on other people's personal feelings. But this time he did. He chose to do it this way, when there were other ways which wouldn't require it. In other words, he...
筧さんは、ちゃんと千里のことを考えてくれてるよ。あの人、適当なことは絶対しないから。でも、女子道師範代のカナ様が言うんだから、間違いないって。ね、大丈夫。
She lifts her head up.
少し楽になった。
A smile returns to her face. It's like I've managed to fulfill my role. The relief I feel inside masks the dull pain. Is this really for the best? This pain might end up overtaking my entire self before long. I have to settle this, even if I already know how it'll turn out. Is she gonna go confess to Kake now? Are you gonna make me feel the big sad? Why would you make me feel the big sad? Oh? An email arrives. Take my phone and check the time. It's just past 10 p.m. I'm sure time flies by so fast when you're reading. Haven't eaten yet. I should grab some grub. I bookmarked the page of my book while opening the email. It's from Konosuke.
起きてますか？
Yeah, what's up? I sent a brief reply before fishing around the fridge. There's nothing inside. I need to go shopping. My phone sounds off again. It's Konosuke's reply.
今、筧さんのマンションの前です。
I almost dropped my phone. What's she doing at my place? I should take a look.
あ、
I spot Konosuke as I walk out. She really is here. My phone sounds off again. It's another email from the girl in front of me. Don't mind me, I'm heading back now. Well, this is awkward. I glance back at her again. She has an uncomfortable smile on her
あ
face.
っという間に降りてきちゃうんですもん。
Reading that you were outside gave me a real shock. What's up? Did something happen?
まあ、
She chuckles ambiguously. There's a shadow to her smile that isn't normally there.
少し歩きませんか？
Sure, I was planning to go to the store anyway. She lines up beside me with a smile. We start walking toward the store at Green Valley Road! Yes! I'm way too happy every time the soundtrack comes on. I really love it. When you start walking towards the
いや
store,
ー、月が綺麗ですね。
don't you go confessing in such weird-ass cryptic ways. Follow her gaze upwards, through a gap between the buildings, at the moon in the sky. It's already beautiful enough to explicitly mention it. What does she mean?
千里と話せましたよ。
I see. What did you say?
おそらく筧さんの想像通りだと思います。
That doesn't say much.
いやいや、だいたいわかってますよね。
I do have an inkling, yes. But this is too indirect. Did you come to talk about Misono? She shows me a troubled smile.
そうかもしれないですし、そうじゃないかもしれません。ただ、筧さんの決意を確かめないといけないなって思いました。
The moon is beautiful, and my conviction. Konosuke an avid reader, too. So her intentions are clear to me. She has set sail straight down the river of love.
面倒だと
River of
思って
love.
ますか？
I do, but I'm not gonna brush it off. She stares into my eyes. After all, you're one of my library club friends. Her clear eyes go around for a second. They return back to their normal size as she smiles. It's a mature and meaningful smile. I can't die for you. Choosing something means letting something else go. As obvious as it sounds, it's still a fact.
ですよね。わかってました。
The moon is beautiful, isn't it? And I could die for you. Those are how two masters of the pen translated I love you from foreign languages. They're both well-known phrases between book lovers. I'm not a book lover and I know them just because, where did I first read that? I'm trying to think of where I first heard about it. Oh well.
しゃあないですね。
She releases a sigh in exhaustion. That's a signal that she's going back to her old self. She may not have said or indicated anything clearly, but it's beyond doubt that the flame of possibility between us has been snuffed out. I'm sorry.
いいんです。所詮は自己満足ですよ。
Hold on. Okay, I'm back. She stops in her tracks and does a long stretch.
筧さん。月が綺麗ですね。
There it is.
くたばっちめってとこですよ。
For context, the translator behind I Could Die For You was Futabate Shime. His eccentric pen name came from when his father cursed at him by telling him to drop dead, which sounded like Futabashime in his own language. Whether it's about his translations or his pen name, his legacy still remains today. In any case, it's a typical Konosuke joke.
千里のこと、お願いしますね。 あの子、筧さんが図書部のために面倒を見てくれたって思ってます。自分一人で勘違いして舞い上がってたって。
That's not true. I wasn't kind to Kanosuke, but I made my choice. Pretty sure I can say it properly now.
千里にちゃんと教えてあげてください。
When the time is right, I definitely will. Misono won't accept if I tell her right now. It'll be too suspicious to go from below freezing to the boiling point in an instant. I'll have to heat it up slowly.
まあ、あとは二人のことですから、二人でやってください。ただ、千里をないがしろにしたら、大惨事ですよ、筧さんが。
Oops, I've etched your statement in my memory. She beams jokingly. A smile fits her best. She's able to display the whole spectrum of emotions via her smile. That's her beauty as a person, for better or worse.
それじゃあ私、帰りますね。
Okay, take care.
筧さん、ありがとうございました。
She bows deeply before leaving. Another view. Kinda.
あ、すみません。
I bump shoulders with the passerby. I must be spacing out.
分かってたことじゃない。
Why you gotta do it like this? I wasn't expecting this to happen! Senri wasn't as, like, affected by it in Kano's route. So now I regret going for Kano's route first because, like, a dry smile plays on my lips. Yeah, I already knew. Could see from the very beginning that I wasn't right for him. And that was the final confirmation.
諦められなかったんだもん。
I already knew. I kept telling that to myself in my mind. I already knew. Look at how pretty, talented, and cute Senri is. Everything about her is better than me. You're the better character, Kana! You're way better than Senri! Fuck off! It was never a contest to begin with. The academy's starting to become blurry. I need to keep this all in.
よし。
Oh, Kodachi. Suddenly sensed someone standing beside me. Seems familiar somehow.
ああ、私？通りすがりの図書委員。通り？
Pretty sure there wasn't anyone who just around just a few seconds ago.
それより、ほい。
The library committee member thrust a handkerchief at me.
はい。いや、だって、あんた泣いてるよ。
Oh, I see. I'm crying. The moment I realize it, it's the same moment it all pours out. My tears spill over. I hold the offered handkerchief tightly against my eyes.
泣くつもりなんて、なかったんですよ。
I think I fucked up. Hold on, go in here and back here. Nope, it's not spoilers. Hold on, delete message. Whoops. Me stupid. I forgot to mark the spoilers. Why you hurt me? Accidentally did not mark it as spoilers. Whoops. There we go. And let's try this again. There you go.
別にこんなこと、大したことじゃないって。だって、別に、この人がいなきゃ死んじゃうって、そこまで思い詰めてたわけじゃないんですよ。だっ なんとなく、あ、この人いいなって、そう思ってただけで、でも、一緒にいると楽しくて、いつも優しいからつい甘えちゃって、それだけなんですよ。こうなることは分かってたんです。だって千里と比べたら私なんてダメダメですから。だからまあしょうがないよねって。それでどうせ勝負にならないって。それなのにどうしてこんな。
Words flow out of me like a dam that has just burst. This must not be making sense to anyone else. It's not like I'm talking to myself. It's like I'm talking to myself. But I can't keep my feelings inside.
好きだったんだね。好きでしたよ。自分でも知らないうちに好きになってました。ほんとバカですよね。今さらそんなことに気づいて。自分の気持ちをごまかすよりずっといいんじゃないの。でも振られたんですよ。仕方ないって、そういう選択だったんだから。そんな簡単に諦められませんって。
That's what my soul is screaming. It's utterly clear now. This is no fleeting emotion.
大丈夫。あんたには才能がある。才能？物書きになってみたいと思わない？
This is gonna be like the catalyst of her becoming an amazing writer, isn't it?
筧さんにも同じこと言われましたね。見返してやりゃいいじゃん。すっごいの書いて、その男をギャフンと言わせちゃいなよ。
Her calm voice seeps into me.
面白いですね、それ。ま、考えてみて。
Library committee member walks off in the direction of the dorms. She was pretty weird.
あ、ハンカチ。
I never returned it. I turn around. It's deserted. It isn't late enough to be able to blend in the night, and there's no one else to hide. Nowhere else to hide. She essentially disappeared.
もしかして
The shepherd? The shepherd came to console me.
なんだこりゃ。
Sometimes the truth can be stranger than fiction. Fuck this game! Why would you do this to me? Fuck you! Fuck you! It's been 4 days since my nighttime murder on Kanosuke. That disturbed at least her self-esteem, apparently.
よし、全員集まってるな。
So that Kanabe and Misono take their seats as the meeting begins. I look over at Kanosuke with a twinge of concern.
キラン。
Kanosuke makes an L sign with her forehead with her fingers while resting her chin on them, all the while beaming with a suggestive smile. Is she forcing herself to drag like that, or is she really okay now? At the very least, she's telling me not to worry about it. I'll respect her wishes.
音楽科の教師から紹介されたイベントの正式名称が決まった。
へえ、どういう名前になったんだ？
潮見学園夏季消火祭だ。
かったい名前だな。
国の大きな大会みたいですよね。
Once again, the teachers are the one that want this to happen, yet they have the gall to put a goddamn condition on it. It's bad enough to make Shirazaki shake her head with a smile.
私に言われても困る。
Music majors and teachers are the main organizers of this event. We're just helping out with the work that goes on behind the scenes. The right to name the event falls squarely on them.
海外のメディアにはプライベートサマーフェスと銘打つらしい。
わかりやすいのはいいけど、インパクトは欲しいよな。
高峰さんが声楽専攻の人たちに言ってきてください。
すまん、推しが強い女性は苦手なんだ。俺は優しくて包容力のあるグラマラスで大人のお姉さんがいいね。
はあ、誰もお前の好みは聞いてないからな。
Sakuraba plays the retorting role as usual. Go on, Sakuraba.
今日は声楽専攻の有志と消化祭のミーティングを行ってきた。
The singing festival will be a festival organized by the vocal music majors for the vocal music majors. Only vocal music majors will be allowed to participate. Each participant will choose one song to perform. There will be no prizes, unlike SummerCon. The finale will be a piece sung by all the participants together. It's a pretty simple format.
開催日も決定した。8月22日だ。
あと2週間ちょっとか。
We won't be able to make it in time unless we rush the preparations. How was the mood at the meeting?
盛り上がっていたぞ。今のところ声楽専攻の半数以上が参加したいと申し出ている。
みんなすごいやる気だね。
だが喜んでばかりもいられない。想定していた開催時間で取れる枠から計算すると10倍以上の抽選倍率になる。
So only one out of every 10 people will get to sing.
厳しいですね。
これではみんなが楽しんで歌えるイベントとは言えないだろう。そこで教師と相談して消化祭の会場をあと2つ増やすことにした。同時に開催することで枠を倍増させることができる。
Can we even handle that?
確かに我々の手が3巻に分散するのはかなり厄介だ。
単純に考えると2人で1箇所を回すことになりますね。
そりゃしんどいな。
The room falls silent. We already have experience with Junifest. It's very easy to imagine how much work two people would have to handle by themselves.
できるよ。
白崎、
大丈夫。できるよ。だってミナフェスは私たちだけの力で成功させたんじゃない。芹沢さんやアプリオのみんないろいろな人が協力してくれたから成功したんだと思う。足りないところはみんなにお願いして手伝ってもらおうよ。手伝ってくれる人がいないか探してみよう。
That's our present for you. She's unshakable even at the worst of times. Yeah.
ですね。やりましょう。
わかった。では具体的な検討に移ろうか。
お願いね。
アプリオには話をつけてあるが、あと2カ所会場を抑える必要がある。候補を選出して予算を聞き、音楽家の教師と決める。これは私がやろう。
今回は音楽家持ちだからチケット売らなくていいのは楽だよな。
次に消化祭のスタッフを集める必要がある。消化祭を開催する上で手を借りられそうな人はいないか？
演劇部には舞台設置をする舞台班がいるはずです。そこと掛け合ってみます。
よし、頼んだぞ。
音楽家でもスタッフを募ったらどうでしょうか。今回の消化祭の趣旨に賛同してくれる人がきっといるはずです。
わかった。ミソノは音楽家で有志を集める算段を立ててくれ。
どうやって？
ガケイ、手伝ってやってくれないか？
Got it. Misono and I look at each other. Seems like she wants to say something, but she decides to keep quiet.
印刷物とかはどうするんだ？
そうだな。白崎と高峰に手配を頼みたい。わかった。みんな、今までも慌ただしかったが、これからはさらに忙しくなるぞ。気を引き締めて頑張っていこう。
おう！頑張ろうね。
All of us raise our fists in the air along with Kanosuke. Well, all of us except Misono.
桜庭さん。
なんだ？
千里が筧さんを見つめたまま動かないんですけど。カナ、何言ってるの？
春が来たんだ。好きにやらせておこう。
So, spring sure hasn't fucking come for Kanosuke! I know I did that.
私は出てくるぞ。
そうそう、あとはワコードたちに任せと決定。
You're plenty young yourself.
つぐみちゃん、俺たちも行こうぜ。
Takamine and Shizaki follow Sakuraba out of the club room.
なんだかもう公認カップルって感じですね。カナ、怒っちゃやーよ。もう筧さん、ファイトですよ。
Kanosuke nods at me while uppercutting the air, then leaves. Looks like she's recovered to some extent. Misono and I finished speaking with the local music mages. They actually volunteered their help first. It is an event for them, after all. Let's go back and report to the others.
はい。
あら、あなたたち。
We leave the music department and bump right into a familiar face. It's the teacher in charge of Misono. Thank you for all your help.
いいえ、お世話になってるのはこちらよ。
The teacher smiles happily.
みそのさんのことだからサマコンに参加しないと言い出すんじゃないかって心配してたんだけど、やる気になってくれて嬉しいわ。
Misono keeps silent with her head bowed.
それじゃあ失礼します。
ああ、みそのさん、ちょっと待って。
何ですか？
Misono's face clouds over the instant the teacher addresses her directly.
消化祭の方も大切かもしれないけど、そろそろサマコンの準備をしないとね。何を歌うかもう決めたかしら？
いえ、考え中です。
なるべく早く決めて練習に入らないといけないわ。あなたの人生を左右する大切なイベントだもの。
分かってます。
Misono answers emotionlessly. It's obvious that she completely rejects her teacher's assertion.
筧くん、みそのさんのことくれぐれもよろしくお願いするわね。
May I ask a question?
何かしら？
Does Misono really have to participate in SummerCon no matter what?
先輩。
His teacher used the singing festival as a bargaining chip. I want to find out her true intentions for doing so.
サマコンは声楽専攻の人間にとって、いえ、潮見学園の音楽家にとって大切なものよ。なぜなら潮見学園音楽家のステータスそのものだから。一部の海外メディアではみそのさんをサマコンの対象候補として取り上げています。みそのさんの歌を聴くために来日する音楽家の方もいらっしゃるわ。これでもしみそのさんが参加しないなんてことになれば大変なことになる。悪くするとサマコンが築いてきたステータスに泥を塗ることになるわね。
But the rules state that participation is not required, right?
もちろん無理強いはできないわ。
You currently are, though!
ただもし参加しないならせめて理由は教えてほしいわ。自分がクビになるわけくらいは知りたいもの。
Shiomi Academy is the very essence of meritocracy. What the fuck is that? This episode is upsetting me a lot! Meritocracy. Definition. Government or the holding of power by people selected according to merit. A society governed by people selected according to merit. A ruling or yeah. Okay. If a teacher is unable to guide a top performer to compete in a contest, teacher would probably be first up on the chopping block.
大丈夫です。コンクールにはきちんと参加します。
そう。よかった。
Teacher pats her chest in relief.
筧くん、気持ちはわかるわ。でも、みそのさんの歌にはすでに世界を巻き込むだけの影響力があるの。そのことを忘れないでね。
I understand. Teacher nods in satisfaction at my response and leaves. I've got a firm grasp on her true motive now.
先輩。
Oh, I was being too nosy, huh? Sorry about that.
今のは何ですか？
Just being a meddler. Shall we head back to the club room?
待ってください。
Misono grabs onto my sleeve just as I start to move my legs. What's the matter?
どこに行くんですか？
The club room.
違うところにしましょう。
Huh? What does she mean by that?
いえ、何ですか？部室に戻る前に、ちょっとどこかにってことです。
She refuses to face me as she speaks. Want me to come with you?
私一人で行ってどうするんですか？
This is her way of inviting me along.
嫌なら別にいいですけど。
Oh, no! I'll go wherever you want.
ありがとうございます。
She brings me back. She brings me to the back of the music department. We eventually reach a park at the outskirts of the academy. There are probably sports club members running here in the afternoon, but it's fairly deserted at this time of the day. The only people around are couples. This is the spot.
ええ、落ち着いて話せますし。
We take a seat at the bench. Silence reigns. I'm waiting for her to start talking, but it looks like she's having trouble breaking the ice. I guess I'll take the lead. Sorry for everything.
何がです？
For not telling you about the request from your teacher to look out for you. I figured you would take it badly, so I lied.
声楽志望の知り合いというのも嘘ですか？
Yeah.
そうですか。
Your gaze is cold enough to freeze water. I'm sorry. But at some point, the request became my own will. I was enjoying all the time I was spending with you before I knew it. I stare straight at her eyes as I speak. She turns away with an embarrassed smile.
私こそすみませんでした。本当は筧先輩が悪いんじゃないって分かってたんです。なのに先輩に当たったりして。
Thing is, she had every reason to lash out. Like that. Like, I can't blame her for lashing out there. She clearly likes him. She thought that he finally likes her back. And then something like that happens with a teacher she's already very suspicious of. So of course she's going to be extremely distrusting of that situation. And get emotional about it. So it makes sense. So at her, I'm not angry. At basically everything else in this part, yeah, kind of very. Not just kind of, extremely fucking angry. Why are you gonna do me like this, game? Ah! All y'all's watching right now should go to the doctor to get your ears checked after this part. By God, probably a rupture in your eardrums. After all that screaming. It's fine.
私も気にしてません。
Does that mean we've made up?
はい。
A little smile creeps onto her face.
聞いてもいいですか？
What is it?
先輩も気づいてますよね。私がコンクールに出たくないこと。
I've already noticed you too. That means there are other people who've noticed as well. It has to be Kanosuke.
だから先生にいろいろ聞いたんですよね。
Yeah. The teacher wanted her to participate so badly that she tried to use the singing festival as a bargaining chip. I wanted to know why.
先輩はずいぶん私のことが知りたいんですね。
There's a mischievous glint in her eyes. Indeed I do.
変わってます、先輩は。
She giggles slightly. Hi, Misono. I think you still have the option of refusing to participate in SummerCon.
いえ、サマコンには出ます。
For the library club? She nods.
そもそもサマコンは実力試験みたいなものですから、自体は難しいです。
She speaks with a philosophical expression. She is determined to carry it out. If you're going to participate in it, then why not try to enjoy it?
それは難しいです。
Why?
知りたいですか？
I nod. If she has to ask, then this must be serious. You're going to increase my burden, but I still want to know. To my own surprise, it's not due to my thirst for knowledge. I just want to help her. People really can change.
ここだけの話にしてください。
I nodded her a disclaimer as she starts to tell her tale.
子供の頃、私には同じ音楽スクールに通う友達がいました。今の感覚で言えば、ライバルとか戦友みたいな感じでしょうか。毎日一緒に練習して、練習の後は買い物に行ったりして、 ある日、私と友達は大きなキッズコンクールに参加することになりました。そこで認められれば、さらに大きな舞台に上がれる。そう言われたので、厳しい練習を一緒に頑張りました。実際、大きな舞台とか、有名になるとか、そんなことはどうでもよかったんです。当時は、一緒に歌っているだけで楽しかったんですから。私は無邪気でした。二人で一緒に頑張れば、二人とも認められると思っていたんです。
Honest God, the problem is that the media are coming to hear her sing. It doesn't have to be at the SummerCon. Something is being held where she can sing as well. A singing festival. Where it's not a contest. It's just people going there to sing for the sake of singing. So she can just sing there. That's because it's basically the same thing as SummerCon, but without the competitive background to it. So there should be no reason for anyone to have any kind of objection to that. Anyways.
でも、現実は違いました。誰かが教えてくれたんです。有名になれるのはコンクールで勝った方だけだって。それが誰だったのか、よく覚えていません。当時の私にとって、それが誰かなんてどうでもいいことでした。その人は、お友達が負けたら、あの子はきっと歌をやめてしまうだろう、とも絶対に嫌でした。辛い練習を乗り越えてこられたのは、その子が一緒にいたからなんです。なのに、彼女が歌をやめてしまうなんて、私はわざと負けようとしました。
But she still won.
手を塗っても、
Fuck.
勝ったのは私でした。
This keeps happening right now.
今でも、表彰式の時の、彼女は二度と音楽スクールに顔を出しませんでした。私が、あの子から歌を取り上げてしまったんです。コンクールに勝った私は、新聞に取り上げられて、有名になりました。テレビのドキュメンタリー番組にも出たことがあるんですよ。
I've even seen images of that on the net. It was back when she still kept her hair long.
最初の頃は、いろいろな人が私の周りに集まってきました。でも、メディアの熱が冷めれば、お祭りは終わりです。気づいた時には、私のそばには、友達も、切磋琢磨できるライバルもいませんでした。昔は歌うだけで喜んでくれた両親でさえ、温かい言葉はかけてくれないようになりました。私は、一人になったんです。新しく友達を作ろうともしましたけど、ダメでした。有名になったせいで、みんな色眼鏡を通して見るんですよね。
Rest was as anyone would expect. When people are isolated, they shut themselves off into their own world. You're the only person who can protect yourself.
それでもだましだましやってきたんですが、潮見学園に入ってからはダメでした。ここでは、中途半端な人間はいらないんです。練習はしなくちゃいけない。期待には応えなくちゃいけない。やっかみにも耐えなくちゃいけない。
Well, there's obviously people here that don't try their best. Cough, cough, kake, cough, cough.
何より、覚悟を決めなくちゃいけない。毎日焦っているうちに、いつの間にか、あの頃に戻りたいって思うようになっていたんです。歌っていれば楽しかった。歌が勝負の世界だってことは分かっています。競争や厳しいレッスンが嫌だとか、そういうことじゃありません。ただ、歌っても歌っても、何もないのが嫌なんです。
So for you, the way to make singing fun is to go back to the good old days.
言われてみれば、そうかもしれません。戻れるわけないのに、バカみたいですね。
She berates herself verbally. Good old days. Time where She could make friends and garner praise from her parents just by singing. You could say that she was using song as a form of communication. That was probably the ideal period for her. She could use singing as a fun game, no different from playing house or tag. But now, singing itself is her objective. She's supposed to aim to get better at it. That's tough on her. People should work towards things for many reasons. Perhaps they want to stand out, they want money, or they want to make someone happy. Somebody happy, I mean. Right now, she gets no reward from working on her singing. What is it that she wants? I think back to when Misono was working on the ending song for the drama club. She seemed happy with that. Perhaps what she's looking for is a personal connection, to be acknowledged.
打ち明け話は終わりです。すみません。暗い話で。
You don't need to apologize. I enjoyed it.
はい。何がですか?
Just got to know more about you.
筧先輩。変です。
She hides her reddening face by turning it away.
とにかく、サマコンには参加しますので、安心してください。
As I said before, if you're set on participating, then it'll be nice if you could enjoy it too.
ありがとうございます。でも、楽しめるかどうかは、私の問題ですから。
Her words sound so lonesome. That's exactly why I don't want to give up. There are 2 more weeks to SummerCon. What can I do about this? August 12th! Hold on. A week has passed. The Bon Festival is happening now, which is supposed to give everyone a long break. But we have no time to rest. In fact, I'm returning to the club room now after helping to clean up at an event.
あ、お疲れ様です。
Huh? You're the only one here?
そうですね。じきに戻ってくると思いますけど。
You see? Kanaska is jotting down on a piece of paper.
千里とはどうなりました?
She's been answering my emails lately. Misono and I have been able to converse as usual whenever I send her an email. She's been sending me her occasional questions again, too. We're pretty much back to normal.
よかった。
Couldn't have done it without you. Thanks.
いえいえ。
It's hot. Fuck. Come on. A fairly reserved response. What are you writing?
ああ、これですか。ちょっと本気で作家を目指してみようと思いまして。
Well, that's great.
誰かさんのおかげでいい感じに鬱屈した感情が溜まってるんです。作家にはこう世にはばかるような屈折した情念が必要だと思うんですよね。負のパワーが満ちてる今がチャンスなんです。
Ah. How am I supposed to respond to that? What are you planning to write?
優柔不断な男のせいでもつれまくる愛憎劇です。
She grins at me.
なんて冗談ですよ。安心してください。
That was a joke? Thank goodness.
愛憎劇を書くのは本当ですけど、
And I can't quite relax.
何か打ち込めるものが欲しかったんです。ちょうどいいものが見つかったって感じですね。
Anything I can do to help?
そうですね。あ、それじゃあもし私の本が出版されたら2000冊ほど買ってください。
What am I, a publishing agency? The heck am I supposed to do with a stockpile of books like that?
冗談ですよ。筧さんには最初の読者になってもらいたいです。
That's all you want? Then I'll be glad to help.
よかった。筧さんに面白いって言ってもらえるよう頑張りますね。
Carefree smile shines like the sun. Sakuraba and the rest return at around noon. We get our preparations done at a fast pace to keep up with the short timeline.
白崎さん、帰省しなくて大丈夫なんですか？確かするって言ってましたよね。うん。消化祭が終わってから行くことにしたんだ。みんなが頑張ってるのに私だけ抜けるわけにはいかないよ。
She should be by her sister's side.
スケジュールの調整ができなくてすまなかったな。
気にしてないよ。それよりたまもちゃんこそ大丈夫？毎日遅くまで残ってるよね。
心配するな。この程度で倒れるほど華奢にはできていない。
Be sure you did though. It's been some time since I did Sakuraba's route already, so I kind of already forgot.
男っすな。
かっこいいですね。
微妙な気分だ。
まあまあ、図書部は桜庭さんがエンジンですから。
エンジンは白崎だろう。
Nah, Shirazaki's the gasoline.
可燃物ですよね。ふはは、みんな燃やしちゃうよ。
Maybe we could try. Everyone sure is full of spirit. I should be feeling tired from the fatigue that's building up every day, but they're not showing it now. If everyone can keep this lively atmosphere up, then we should be able to overcome this hurdle.
それじゃあ話を始めるぞ。演劇部舞台班と当日のスタッフィングについて話をまとめてきた。私たちは基本的に会場の安全管理とお客様対応をしてくれということだった。
Sakuraba continues to explain further. We'll apparently have around 20 temporary staff to manage. It's up to us to assign duties to them in the best and most efficient way possible. It's pretty similar to a floor manager in a cafeteria.
ちなみに会場は3つの予定だ。
Well, that's split up into teams.
今から決めよう。ミソノを除いた5人をどう配置する？
なぜ私を除くんですか？
Misono raises a question.
ミソノはサマコンの準備があるはずだ。当日はスタッフをやっている暇はないんじゃないか？
それはそうかもしれないですけど。
Misono's gaze falls downward.
千里ちゃん、もうサマコン本戦に出られることになったの？予選は明日。結果が出るのは来週月曜です。
ずいぶんギリギリにやるんだな。
少しでも練習時間を確保してもらいたいという配慮みたいです。だったら、もし本戦に入れなかったらスタッフをやってもらうっていうのはどうかな？白崎先輩。
That won't happen. Misono will qualify.
断言かよ。
They just pretty much rubber stamped it. Misono's the main draw of this summer's SummerCon. Misono's talent should ensure that she'll qualify. In other words, Shizaki's plan is not going to come to fruition. If we're splitting 5 people across 3 venues, then one of the venues will end up having 1 person. 2-2-1 is pretty much the only way to form the groups.
あ
Let me be the Lone Ranger.
あ、私が一人でやるつもりだったんだが。いいのか？
Just he just looks at her. No, bad. I nod. Misono stares at the table emotionlessly. Misono, do you want to be involved?
はい。みんなで楽しく歌えるイベントっていうのは私の夢だったんです。
Already know. In that case, want to work together with me? We'll balance that at SummerCon.
筧先輩。
Life returns to her eyes.
両立できるなら問題ないが、大丈夫なのか？
I prepare as if I'll be the only one holding the fort. That'll let Misono be able to leave at any time.
もしものことが起こったらどうする？
In other words, what if something happens that prevents Misono from participating in SummerCon? Misono, your thoughts?
大丈夫です。絶対に迷惑はかけません。お願いです。私にもやらせてください。
Fuck. In any normal circumstances, the participants in the competition would have a schedule detailing their preparation plan right up to the start of the event. She just said, let me help, but it's nothing big. But here, she'll be spending her preparation time as a helper, consuming her energy, and singing during the main event. It does sound ridiculous when you give it more thought. How about it, Shirazaki? I already know how Shirazaki will answer. But she's the one who makes the decisions for the library club, so we all need to hear it from her anyway.
私は千里ちゃんがやりたいって言うならやってほしい。何か問題があるならみんなで支えればいいと思う。って私は思うんだけど、どうかな？
Okay, it's getting cold now. Shirazaki looks at all of us. No one voices an objection. Looks like we're all in agreement.
皆さん、ありがとうございます。
You say thank you, but you do not look pleased. Misono bows her head deeply. Having seen the whole situation unfold, Takamine then starts to jab me in the shoulder. What?
かな憎いね。
筧さん、熱いです。
愛だな。
Got it wrong.
違うんだ。違うんですか？
The corner of Misono's mouth raises ever so slightly. Misono, that's not playing fair. I can brush the others off, but the question takes on a whole new meaning if Misono says it.
聞いてみたかったんです。一緒に頑張りましょう。
Oh well, I can take a bit of teasing from Misono every now and then. Me need drink! Sadly, I don't have like a paper bag. Lifting it with one hand really hurt though. Hurt more than I was expecting. Ow. Ah! That's kinda smart for a while. That's kinda smart for a while. It wasn't very smart, though. It will smart, but it wasn't smart. It's the time of the day when everyone's making their way home. I contacted Zirizawa earlier and told her that I wanted to speak to her. I'm waiting at Central Plaza for her right now.
お待たせしました。
Sorry for bothering you while you're busy.
いえいえ。でも20分ほどで戻らないといけないので、よろしくお願いします。
Roger.
で、ご用件は？
It's about Misono. Her face turned serious for a second.
面白いお話でも聞かせてもらえるんでしょうか？もしかしてお付き合いを始めたとか？
Oh, no, no, no.
なんだ、残念。
She lets it go easily. I want to ask about your relationship with Misono.
はあ、何か？
When I spoke with Misono, I realized something. Serizawa, you used to practice singing with Misono in the past, right? Her stare turned steely.
あの子が言ったんですか？
She didn't mention you specifically. She just told me about what happened to her in the past. And I discovered the rest by looking it up on the net.
最近は本当何でもわかりますよね。まあ、コンクールの受賞者リストなんてすぐわかりますけど。
He smiles regretfully. The TV show, which Misono appeared on, was already uploaded to the net. I got the name of the contest from there, and the rest was merely trawling through search engines.
ちなみに、某辞典に載ってる私のネタは嘘が多いから気をつけてください。
Ah, is that so?
だいたい週に3回もラーメン二郎に行きません。
No way, I totally had you pegged as a type.
どういうイメージですか？
What about those 2-hour baths you take every day?
そんな暇じゃないです。
Is your family business aside this store?
それは本当です。うちのさつま揚げ、結構美味しいんですよ。
An uncomfortable smile forms on her lips. Anyway, don't blame Misono for this. I searched about you and on my own initiative. I'm sorry. I bow my head in apology.
もういいですよ。で、何が知りたいんですか？
She puts her hand to her hips. Misono seems to think that she's the reason why you quit singing.
ああ、あの子まだそんなことを。
She sighs heavily.
本当に変わらないですね。
You've known each other since you were little, huh?
ええ、そうですよ。私も小さい時は音楽スクールで歌をやってました。でも、みそのさんにコンクールで負けて、歌の道は諦めましたよ。
May I ask why?
音楽スクールって結構お金がかかるんです。きちんと勉強しようと思ったら、マンツーマンの個人指導ですし、よほど理解と余裕のある家じゃないと無理なんですよ。うち、しがないお惣菜屋さんでしたから、今思えば両親もかなり無理してたんです。
In short, you quit for financial reasons.
それが第一です。コンクールで勝てば、奨学金みたいなものが出るかもしれなかったんですが。
Her smile is tinged with self-derision.
私、分かっちゃったんですよ。千里には逆立ちしても勝てないって。もし千里が負けてくれたら、なんてことも考えたりしましたけど、自分の耳は偽れないです。 手を抜いた千里にボロ負けですよ。もうどうにもならないです。だから仮にコンクールで勝ったとしても歌はやめていたかもしれませんね。
She started calling Misono by her first name. That must be how she addressed Misono back then.
私負けず嫌いなんですよね。一番になれないのって悔しいじゃないですか。だから一番になれる道を見つけて頑張ろうって思ったんです。
That was voice acting.
ビンゴです。
She puts up her index finger.
歌で負けても演技じゃ負けません。誰よりも上手くなって千里を見返してやろうって思ったんです。
She beams brightly. There isn't a hint of vengefulness or darkness in her expression. Sounds rough.
これくらい普通ですよ。ライバルからポジションを奪っていくくらいの気概がないと声優は生き残れません。
What I've seen on the net, voice actress Miyu Serizawa is seen to be a pretty intense person. Basically, she's someone who takes things seriously and with enthusiasm. Well, anyway, so you quit because of financial reasons and because you couldn't be the best. There's nothing Misono did to help you in that decision, right? Return to the topic at
ど
hand.
うでしょうね。千里がいなかったら私は今でも歌の道にいたかもしれません。
So it's her fault?
解釈次第です。手抜きで歌った子に蹴落とされた身としてはあの子は何にも悪くないなんて言えません。もちろんだからといって恨んでるわけじゃないですけどね。
But you were friends before, right?
友達？
That's what Misono thinks, at least. Misono didn't say so specifically, but I'm certain she had those feelings.
あの子まだそんなこと言ってるんですか？
Always curious to how Misono's doing, too. Wouldn't have requested us to investigate her otherwise. If she really wanted Misono gone, and she wouldn't want to know anything about Misono. And she still continues to maintain that link. I'm sure that's the reason why the drama club came up with that request to us too.
千里のことを気にしているのは否定しません。だからといって友達じゃないですし、彼女を励ますつもりもありませんよ。歌手業や声優業は憧れ産業ですから、なり手は山ほどいます。この先数多くのライバルを蹴落として進まなきゃいけません。私と千里の先生はよく歌は花束だって教えてくれましたけど、そんなファンシーなものじゃないですよ。
Song is like a bouquet, huh? I wonder what the meaning behind that phrase. I wonder what the meaning is behind that phrase. Misono seems to understand how tough the Misono is, the industry is, too.
で、あんな煮え切らない態度をとってるんですか？
It's precisely because of how tough it is that she's not sure whether she can make it. She's at a crossroads right now.
歌をやめる？
She turns serious.
千里の声、エンディングソングで聞きましたよね。
Of course, it was incredible.
声楽の道に進んで、あの子に嫉妬しない人はいませんよ。
So you think it'll be terrible if she quits?
そんなこと言ってません。
She looks conflicted. She might not like the idea, but she may well be one of Misono's fans. I'd like to see you two make up if at all possible. For her, the period where the two of you were singing together was the time of her life. Misono might become more positive if they make amends.
まあ、筧さんの気持ちもわかりますよ。でも、友達に戻ることはできませんよ。時間は前にしか進みませんから。
Then how about being her friend now?
千里次第ですね。少なくとも本人がいないところで決めることじゃないです。
I suppose.
あれ？ご利用ししてこないんですね。
I think what you said is right. They may not be able to go back, but if it's the present, then both Misono and Serizawa still have the obvious right to choose who they consider their friends. Whoops, a glance at my phone tells me that 18 minutes has passed.
話は終わりですか？
Yeah, thanks for sparing some time for me.
いえいえ。それじゃあ、私はこれで。
She gave me a short bow. Serizawa,
何ですか？
treat Senri well.
は
She looks suspicious for a moment, but her face slowly turns red as it hits her.
ぁ？昔の癖が出ただけです。勘違いしないでくださいね。
Of course.
みそのさんは私に歌をやめさせたんです。そんな人が授業をサボったりくだらないことで実力を腐らせていたら腹が立つじゃないですか。
Goddamn tsundere! She wasn't this much tsundere in her own route!
さっさと目の届かないところに行ってもらいたいんです。以上。
She returns to the office building while blushing furiously. That went even better than I imagined. The link between them hasn't been entirely severed. As long as Misono's willing, I might just be able to go back to being, or rather in Serizawa style, I might just be able to start a new relationship. August 16th.
日曜、サマコンと同じ日に、潮見学園夏季消火祭が開催されます。入場は無料です。ぜひお越しください。
Misono raises her pleasant voice while distributing flyers. Crowds of people flock to us. The big stack of paper behind us dwindles to nothing in a flash as we hand flyer after flyer to the students. I'm done.
こっちも終わりです。
Excuse me, the flyer distribution is now concluding. Details are available on the bulletin board at the music department. Please look there if you're interested. I make my announcement to the crowd. They slowly disperse in response. Feeling tired?
いえ、大丈夫です。
You're holding up well?
この消火祭は私にとって大切なものですから。
Your feelings for this event are clearly unrivaled. God dang it.
みそのさんですよね。ちょっといいですか？
はい。何でしょうか。
Flyer holding student addresses us.
この消火祭、みそのさんも歌うんですか？
いえ、私は消火祭では運営スタッフとして参加するだけです。
そうですか。残念だな。サマコンの入場券が取れなかったんで、消火祭で聴けるかなって思ったんですけど。
Tickets for SummerCon, excluding the ones reserved for the media, are given out on a lottery basis. There apparently weren't many available to begin with, so it's rare to find someone with one.
消火祭はサマコンと違ってみんなで歌を楽しむイベントなんです。どの出演者もサマコンと同じくらい張り切っていますので、ぜひ聞きに来てください。きっと楽しいですよ。
She shows him a smile. Was more passionate than I've ever seen her before.
そうですか。ありがとう。行ってみますね。
よろしくお願いします。
She bows and sees the student off. Based on that conversation, that student will definitely come and take a look. Now that I think about it, I haven't been to any singing event before.
オペラもコンサートもないんですか？
None.
かわいそうな人ですね。
Don't look at me like I'm some uncultured savage, please.
歌は万国共通の贈り物です。時代も言葉も超えるんです。それを楽しめないなんて。
I see. A song is a bouquet, right? Her eyes go round.
誰から聞いたんですか？
Is it obvious?
寝返りましたね。
Dangerous glint sparkles in her eye. I'm on Team Misono.
ならいいですけど。
She turns her face to the side. Why do my glasses not want to stay on properly right now? She turns her face to the side. Hold on. She doesn't really seem angry. Anyway, we're out of flyers. Shall we head to the music department? Results of SummerCon's preliminaries are supposed to be released today. It should be up on the bulletin board at the music department now.
一緒に来るんですか？
We did promise to report the results to everyone. Participation in SummerCon does have a knock-on effect on our own management of the singing festival after all. And of course, everyone's curious as to how she did.
じゃあ、行きましょう。
We hurriedly change our clothes and arrive at a corridor in the music department. There's a huge crowd of people in front of the bulletin board. I guess they're vocal music majors. Looks like the results are up.
そうですね。
Full spectrum of emotions are on display. It's as if the list up there represents the students who passed their university entrance exams.
あんなに頑張ったのに。しょうがないよ。しょうがないって。
There are girls holding their heads while crying. The scene before me drives home how much effort they all put into
あ
this.
れ、みその。あ、うん。 余裕よね。
Everyone's eyes gravitate towards her as she approaches the bulletin board. Seems like they all recognize her. I can feel tremendous pressure just from standing beside her. It's overwhelming that I'm finding it hard to breathe. But she's
こ
unfazed.
ういうものです。
I see. She feels like an entirely different person right now. Nothing like the half-hearted girl I've been seeing lately. She only let us see her weak side. I'd be happy if that was the case. Let's see, what's your name? I look down the list of participants for the vocal music category. There it is, right at the bottom. You'll be performing last,
はい。
which means she's the headline act. It's like a typical sports contest. The order of the main event goes from the lowest rank to the highest. She's uncertain about her future, yet she still can pull out results like this. She's frankly amazing.
筧先輩。
She points at the entry on the list. Oh, Miu! Serizawa's in there! Huh. She points at an entry on the list. It's 6 rows above her own and a very familiar name. Miu Serizawa.
どうして。
Her voice trembles. This is a bolt in the blue for me, too. I didn't even know that Serizawa participated in the preliminaries, to say nothing about qualifying. And she said she was quitting singing. That may have been a front while she continued training in secret.
あれみそのさん。
Serizawa arrives on the scene with suspiciously impeccable timing. Sea of bodies part. It's almost as if they're forming a wall around Misono and Serizawa.
誰？芹沢さん。あ、ほら、声優の。
ああ。でも、あの人って声楽専攻だっけ？あの子、どれくらい歌えるのかな？
Well, pretty damn well apparently, because she's 14th in the order of performers. Like, if 20th is the best, with that being Misono, being 14th is pretty damn good.
小さい頃は音楽スクールに通ってたって話、何かの雑誌で演技力は折り紙付きの新人って載ってたよ。
The whispers all around us are clearly audible. Serizawa, why?
私、歌える声優を目指してますから。
Serizawa speaks simply.
それに、今年の金賞はみそのさんで決まりって下馬評みたいですけど、すんなり言ったら面白くないです。一人くらいみそのさんに挑戦する人がいてもいいかなって思ったんです。
The murmurs of understanding can be heard all over. That sounds like a good idea, actually. But it's obvious how talented Misono is when you see her in action. There's no way Serizawa can't match up. The mutters around me grow even louder. Serizawa's the first person who had admitted that she's no match for Misono. So why did she enter the preliminaries?
みそのさん、今度は負けないから覚悟してくださいね。
Misono's frozen stiff.
それから絶対に手を抜かないでほしいです。手を抜くのは他の出演者を侮辱する行為ですから、本気で勝負してください。
Serizawa's words are especially scathing given the history between them.
それじゃ。
Serizawa makes a cheerful exit after a curt goodbye. That was unexpected. Misono does a sharp about face and briskly walks out of the music department. Misono, wait! I finally catch up with Misono, who's been walking like she's in a marathon. I step up my pace and creep up to her side. What's wrong?
あんなところじゃ話もできません。
He speaks without looking at me. Her face looks hardened. We keep on walking until we reach a more relaxing location. Let's take a breather. I buy a drink from a nearby vending machine and hand it to her while she takes a seat at a bench. We silently quench our thirst, as was I. Her expression is completely unreadable. She must be really brooding over this.
心配しないでください。サマコンに出ないなんて言いませんから。
Her tone is calm. She's killed her emotions to ensure nothing from outside can get to her. There's no way she can enjoy SummerCon at this rate. Hey, Misono. Why do you think Serizawa decided to participate in SummerCon?
勝負したいみたいですね。
I don't think it'll be much of a contest. Serizawa placed 7th in the preliminaries. That means there are 5 strong vocal music students in between her and Misono. If that's really her aim, then it's going to be far from easy.
なら、昔の腹いせでしょう。
Serizawa said that she wanted you to reach new heights. You two may well be able to spur each other on like the old days, if that's what you desire. Her eyes show a tiny flicker of emotion, but she keeps quiet to hide it. I've been thinking of how to get you to enjoy music. How to make it comfortable for you, like in the past. I pause for a moment and survey her reaction. There isn't any. You just want your singing to make people happy, right? You said it yourself when you were singing the ending song for the drama club. You thought it felt nice, a little nice. She doesn't want to sing for fame or wealth. She wants to sing to connect with others. That's the conclusion I've come to over the past few days.
さっきも見ましたよね。コンクールってああいう場所です。誰かが勝てば誰かが泣く世界です。私が歌えば誰かが悲しむんです。
Her tone is so plain. That's not limited to singing. There are winners and losers in any contest. I'm talking about how you feel about it.
大丈夫です。
She stands up with a smile. Wait! Grab onto her hand without thinking.
私が甘かったんですよ。昔に戻ろうとか、すべての人に喜んでほしいとか、大人にならなきゃってことですね。
If the wall comes crumbling down, then just build a taller one to keep yourself protected. That's one way to resolve the situation. Many people live their lives just fine that way. But I don't think that's what she actually wants. Misono? She smiles unfalteringly while she's clearly crying inside. I'd much rather see her usual stony expression than this.
大丈夫ですよ。
She slides my hand off her arm and holds it with her own. It's so cold, like it's reflecting her heart right now. I'll be happy if you can find a way to enjoy singing. If you can't think of anyone you want to make happy, then maybe you could give me a try. This is my request to Misono of the Library Club.
筧先輩。
She stares long and hard at me.
必死すぎですよ。私のことなのに。
Will you accept?
考えておきます。
She lets go of my hand with a smile, then quickly puts some distance between us.
ありがとうございます。元気になりました。もう大丈夫ですから。
Her smile doesn't fade. Did I manage to convey my feelings to her?
本生、頑張りますよ。
Yeah. Also, my mustache shouldn't be as annoying anymore because it's also been trimmed. Why? This is very delayed. Like, by very delayed, I mean like roughly 2 hours, 20 minutes delayed? Very delayed. Today at the Shiomi Academy Summer Singing Festival, and the SummerCon is here. Fuck SummerCon though. The entire library club is already present at 5 a.m.
それじゃあ最終確認するぞ。
Fucking 5 a.m. Jesus.
はい。うっす。
In charge of security and assisting the guests at each venue. We do a few tests to ensure the phones we'll be using at the venues are working.
何か質問はあるか？
ここまで用意してくれたらもう何も言うことないな。
ですね。
We've been bustling like crazy to drive the preparations forward. There's only one thing we can do now. Pray that the singing festival goes smoothly.
たまもちゃんに任せきりだったね。ありがとう。
何？このくらい普通だ。あともう一つ。ミサノ、サマコン会場にはいつ頃行くんだ？
なるべくギリギリまで消化祭の会場にいようと思ってます。
最終的な判断はミソノに任せるが、土壇場で間に合わないとかは勘弁してくれよ。
はい、わかってます。
Misono's tone is calm. It'll be fine. Probably.
カケイ、ミソノが途中で抜けるから大変だと思うが、サポートよろしくな。
Yep, got it. Managing the venue also means I have to keep watch over Misono. But it's the role I wanted to begin with. I'll do my utmost to fulfill it.
白崎、最後に一言いいか？
Everyone looks at Shirasaki.
今回はみんながバラバラでち
ちょっと寂しいけど、出演者とお客さんのみんなが楽しめるよ。頑張ろうね。
You're not going to upgrade us from the best library club in the universe?
それじゃあ次は銀河最強を目指そうかな。それ前より狭くなってません？
前が広すぎなんだよ。
It was a pretty tall hurdle to start with.
すみません。
Tozaki sticks her tongue out jokingly.
細かいことはいいだろう。とにかく頑張るってことだ。
That's manly.
惚れるわ。
マッチョですね。
脳筋ってこと？
お前らな。
さて、桜庭が切れる前に解散しようぜ。
そうしましょう。誰がそのくらいで切れるか。
You clearly. You should look the part.
それじゃあみんな頑張ってイベントを成功させて、後で一緒に美味しいご飯を食べよう。
Tozaki finishes up to the tune of our cheers. From the best in the universe to a feast. How down to earth. Down to earth. Not down to earth.
本日
God
は
dang it.
潮見学園夏季消化祭にお越しいただきありがとうございます。本第2会場ではポップス、ロックなどを公演します。最後までごゆっくりお楽しみください。
Singing festival starts in earnest. There were a few kinks during the rehearsals a little while ago, but we managed to iron them out before the start of the event. Hold on. First participant quickly appears on stage.
筧先輩、こっちは確認終わりました。問題ないです。
Okay, I'm finished here too. If no other trouble occurs, then we can leave the rest of the drama club's stagehand in charge. This one turned out easy.
舞台監督さん、しっかりしてる人でよかったです。
We're lingering at a long table at the back of the venue, aka the staff room. We keep our talking to a whisper so that we don't disturb anyone else.
桜庭先輩みたいでした。ちょっと憧れますね。
Let's not mention that she's the exact opposite.
私には無理だって顔してます。
No, that's not true.
それなら、今の不自然な沈黙は何ですか？
Just her imagination, really. She stares unflinchingly. We arrived at guest seats to monitor the stage. The singing on show is wonderful. The whole audience is bubbling with energy.
すごい。みんなもう乗ってますね。
You can see a few foreigners here and there. They're probably the foreign media and scouts with time to kill before a summer con in the evening. Is that person from the media?
ええ、来てくれてよかったです。
First participant finishes singing and is quickly followed by the next singer. We're trying to squeeze as many participants as possible by cutting out any breaks in between. The current singer's voice echoes high and clear. They're all really good.
声楽専攻の人はみんなほとんどがプロ級です。あとはどんな声が好きかっていう趣味の問題だと思いますよ。
Her statements sound even more convincing when faced with this spectacle. May know a little about singing, but have no idea why this girl on stage isn't singing at SummerCon. That's how attractive her voice is. But it doesn't compare to you. Remember the goosebumps I had when I first heard Misono sing. She's the first person whose singing made me emotional, and she'll most likely be the last.
お世辞はやめてください。
Her tone always goes icy when the topic goes to her singing. There's still a wall around her heart.
すいません、休館です。
It's been 2 hours since the festival began. One of the volunteers helping out burst into our staff room. What happened?
お客さんの一人がめまいがするって言ってます。自力では歩けないみたいです。
Whoops, male or female?
女性です。
Where is she?
前列の方です。
Someone with her?
スタッフが一人一緒にいます。
Alright, Misono, come with me.
わかりました。
Volunteer leads us to the scene of the incident. It's a deserted area off to the side of the front row. The sickly looking student quickly comes into view with another volunteer looking after her. Good work. How's she doing?
はい、少しずつ気分が悪くなって立ってられなくなったって。
Excuse me, miss. Do you have any chronic conditions? The pale-faced girl shakes her head. Far be it from me to diagnose the symptoms, but there is a possibility that it's just a head rush. We should get her to somewhere cooler first.
そうですね。
Can you two help her up?
わかりました。
Misono and the volunteer gently eased the student onto her feet. Excuse me, we have an emergency, please clear a path! Stand in front of them and addressing the crowd as I move forward. I try to suppress the volume of my voice as to not distract anyone from the performance. A certain sound managed to reach my ears through the commotion of the singing and the audience. I turn around to find Misono stiffening up. What's wrong?
いえ、大丈夫です。まずはこの人を連れて行きましょう。
She dropped the goddamn... She dropped the goddamn tuning fork. Got it. Lead them to a deserted corner of the venue. That's the emergency mostly dealt with. With this many people around having a blast, no one will probably realize what just happened. Whoops, the phone starts ringing. Must be Sakuraba's periodic status check. Hi, Kake here.
桜庭だ。そちらの様子はどうだ？
No problems in particular. How about on your end?
ああ、こちらも順調そのものだ。隣で白崎があくびしてる。
I could hear Shirozaki complain in the background. She didn't want me to know, apparently. Looks like things are peaceful there, too.
磯野はどうしてる？
Whoops, it's about that time already, huh? I glanced at my watch. It just hit 4 p.m.
そろそろ会場に向かってもらった方がいいと思う。ウォーミングアップなんかもあるんだろうし。
Yeah, I'll let her know. I enter the call and look around. She's nowhere to be found. Huh? Where did you go? Better give her a call. 1 ring, 2 rings, 3 rings. She's not picking up. Email it is then. I bring up her address and start typing.
すみません。電話をいただいたみたいで。
She finally appears before I finish typing.
何か用事ですか？
It's pretty much time for you to head to Samarkand.
そんな時間ですか？
Her face is still stiff. There are large beads of sweat dripping from her forehead. Her hair is in a mess too. By the way, where were you?
お化粧直しです。
Does she mean the bathroom? What kind of makeup? And how did she apply it? In fact, even her hands and knees are covered in dirt. Are you sure?
言わせないでくださいよ。恥ずかしいです。
She grimaces in response. You're not telling me the truth. I look straight into her eyes. She doesn't return the favor.
ほんと鋭くて嫌になります、先輩は。
Her gaze drops to the floor. What happened? Are you hurt?
落とし物です。
A high-pitched metal sound replays itself in my mind.
音差ですよ。前に見せたことありましたよね。
She called it her good luck charm, if I recall correctly. Did you find it? She shakes her head. Let's go look.
いいんです。
She pulls on my sleeve before I can dash
あ
off.
の音差は昔芹沢さんとお揃いで買ったものなんです。それをなくしたのは過去は振り返るなっていうメッセージですよ。甘いことを言ってちゃダメだっていう。
Her eyebrows twist in pain. Kaka just looks like it must be, losing it now must be a message from above. Kaka just looks at her eyes. Fuck the guys up above then and just dashes off. She can't fool anyone else if she can't fool herself. Why were you looking for it then? I take her arm and display her dirt-covered hands for all to see. She refuses to face me. I'm sure there are plenty of fine people who could throw everything away to forge ahead on the road of singing. But I don't think you're suited for that.
でなきゃ生き残れない世界なんです。
I think that depends on the person. You might be able to turn yourself into a demon temporarily. But can you imagine yourself singing for 10 or 20 years that way? She bows her head. Based on everything I know so far, you don't seem like the type who cares about money, fame, or just getting better. You basically sing to connect with others, right? Connect to others. There are people who put all their effort into attaining wealth or fame, but there are people who would turn themselves into demons just to perfect their singing. But I don't think she's like that. She smiles uneasily, as if she's trying to hold back her agreement. Remember that saying? That a song is like a bouquet? I think your teacher had someone like you in mind when she said that.
どういうことですか？
A bouquet of flowers is a gift. That's just like a song. It has no meaning unless you're giving it to somebody or something like that.
的なって適当ですね。
The most important part is for you to find singing fun again. Misono goes into deep thought. Looks like my words have had some effect.
だとしても送る相手なんていません。
That's not true. She has me, as well as the rest of the library club. Yes, Irizawa.
あの人は私を嫌ってます。だから今回も
That's being rude to her. Irizawa said that she wanted you to get back on your feet. She wouldn't put herself in a dead end like this otherwise. Her eyebrow rises. Irizawa decided to enter the contest despite not even specializing in vocal music. There's no way she'll win under normal circumstances. People probably think she's just a voice actress having a laugh. Do you think she would enter a contest just for the sake of irony? I can't imagine it. Her head goes down again. I don't know how conflicted she is right now. But there are several emotions doing battle in there, definitely.
戻れるでしょうか。あの頃に。
Unfortunately, no one can go back to the past. Her eyes open. But you don't have to. You can make something new. Irizawa rejected the notion of turning back the clock, but she never denied the possibility of becoming friends from now on. I don't think words alone will convince Irizawa. Use the singing to hit her with everything you've got. How about that? She stares into my eyes. She looks like she's going to cry. Go on. Give the tuning fork to me. Noise from the audience or the stage doesn't reach us. All that remains is a moment of silence.
はい。
Turns on her heels, leaving her soft yet firm words behind. Oh, I love green barley root! And then the body quickly disappears into the crowd. Wonder what kind of song she'll sing. I'd love to listen in, but I have my own job to do. Now then, time to go looking for tuning forks. She did look fairly determined, but losing her tuning fork must have been a shock. To use an analogy, not analogy, she's just recovered from a cold. Can't let her relapse now. Need to find a tuning fork somehow or other. Yeesh. Everyone in here is fired up like crazy. The audience is jumping around, making enough to make the entire venue shake. Can I really find a tuning fork at their feet in this chaos? It's good that they're making the entire venue shake, because that means you'll hear it. I have to wait for a break in between songs and... Oh yeah. I whip out my phone and call Sakuraba.
どうした？ミソノはもう行ったか？
She just left. Speaking of which, I have a favor to ask.
サマコンだろ？
She sees right through me. Yeah. But I'm not going there to listen to the singing. I need to get something done there.
何にせよ、持ち場から離れることには変わりない。
I can see her grimacing face in my mind. I really have to go. Please. A momentary
分
pause.
かった。あとは私たちで何とかしよ
Thanks, I owe you one.
う。別に来なくていい。白崎と鈴木にそっちへ行ってもらうから、到着次第交代してくれ。
Got it.
やれやれ。色男はこれだから困る。
The last thing I hear is a resigned chuckle before the line cuts off. Gets cut off. So manly that I could swoon. And trust the rest to the Shirazaki Kanosuke pair and make my way to the SummerCon venue. The tense atmosphere is noticeable even in the lobby. It's a far cry from the singing festival. There are 3 more people to go before the headliner performs. Irizawa should be done with her own song. I don't have any right to go inside the waiting room, so I begged the staff member to call my target out instead.
筧さん？
Irizawa appears full of suspicion. Sorry for calling you out here.
いえ、もう出番は終わったんで構いませんけど。
It is. So I won't be able to hear you sing. How unfortunate.
またまた。それで、ご用件はミソノさんのことですか？
Yeah, can you spare me a bit of time?
少しなら。
She guides me to a less prominent spot. I think Misono will show you what you want to say.
だといいですけど。
She smiles ambiguously. I'll get straight to the point. Irizawa, do you have a tuning fork on you?
音差？
She blinks in
持
surprise.
ってませんけど。必要なら借りてきますよ。
I'm not looking for any old tuning fork. I want the one that's a matching pair with Misono's. She stares straight at me. We keep this up for several seconds. Eventually she turns away while scratching the back of her head.
もう、なくしちゃいました。
Bullshit! Back at the start of July, I heard the sound of a tuning fork while I was with her, I think. To be honest, I don't recall exactly. I know this is a long shot, but still. For reference, when did you lose it?
歌をやめてすぐだと思います。さすがに覚えてないですよ。
She's lying. Misono kept her tuning fork with her all this while. But it got lost in the bedlam at the singing festival. I was hoping I could borrow yours if you still had it.
見つかったぞって嘘つくんですか？こう言っちゃなんですけど、せこいですね。
I know, right?
いや、照れるところじゃないですよ。
She narrows her eyes at me. Well, I think she'll pull through regardless. Just wanted to remove all possibilities of failure.
必死ですね。
Yeah, I'm surprised by it myself.
のろけって解釈でいいですか？
I'm not sure if I'm in love with her. I just wanted to be able to enjoy singing. Maybe I'm just being stubborn, though.
なるほど。
She releases a sigh in amazement.
千里って子は昔からそうです。自分がどれだけ恵まれてるのか分かってないんですよね。
Ah, my elbow. Fuck. Her hand goes into her pocket.
そういえば、筧さん。ラーメン二郎って行ったことあります？
Can't say I have. Aren't their servings supposed to be huge?
実は私も食べたことないんです。一応週3女ってことになってるんで、味くらいは分かってないとまずいんですよね。
He casts an obvious glance my way. I'll treat you
わ
sometime.
あ、ラッキー。ありがとうございます。
She finishes her sentence by taking her hand out of her pocket, revealing a silver tuning fork. It's covered with scratches. None of its luster remains. Each of its scratches feels like a part of her past. Didn't you lose it?
そう。どこ情報ですか？
She grins at
み
me.
そのさんのために貸すんじゃありません。不吉祥で一生懸命な筧さんに免じて貸すんです。勘違いしないでください。
Thanks. I take the tuning fork from her.
それでは、次郎を楽しみにしてます。
She bows and turns around. I feel like saluting to her retreating figure. Now then, there's just one job left to do. First of all, I'll send an email to Misono to tell her that I've found the tuning fork. But I can't rely on that entirely. I'd imagine there are phones left unattended everywhere on stage, everywhere backstage. It's entirely possible that Misono won't check hers. Call. A loud sound of applause greets me as I enter the hall. The penultimate singer has just finished performing. Misono's next up. I hurry down the dimly lit stairs to the front. Every seat is filled. I retreat back and sit down in an inconspicuous part of the passageway, despite the suspicious stares piercing at me from all over.
プログラムナンバー20みその千里さん。
A businesslike female voice fills the arena. Unlike a typical concert, there's no sign of excitement at the odd announcement. The hall was filled with murmurs just moments ago, but it's completely silent now. To the point where you can hear murmured whispers, loud and clear. The sound of footsteps echoes as Misono emerges from the side of the stage. Like he's just gonna stand up and throw the fucking thing at her? Like just knocks her out. Her poker face is perfect. She keeps her eyes focused straight ahead as she arrives at her destination, the center of the stage. There aren't any microphones or music sheets. The only thing on stage is Misono herself. It's now or never. I steal my will and raise up the tuning fork with a flourish. Misono, look over here! Misono! Her eyes move towards my direction. I wave the tuning fork as her eyes widen slightly. We're in the middle of a contest. Can't exactly hold a conversation right now, but if her reaction is anything to go by, then I've done what I...
一言言わせてください。
Oh, she's gonna hold a speech, how nice. Her voice sends ripples through the previously silent
減
audience.
点になっても構いません。それでも言わせてください。
Venue quietens. Quiets. Shouldn't it quiets down, not quietens down?
この歌を私の大切な友人に、そして私を支えてくれた人たちに捧げます。
I think she glanced at me just then. That might just be what I want to imagine, though. Anyway, there's no time to think.
よろしくお願いします。
Round of applause. A few seconds later, utter silence. Singer and the accompanists exchange glances. Another second. A high-pitched note from the piano breaks the hush. Is this singing? It sure sounds like singing, buddy! What? Ah, yes! It's this singing! While she stands on stage, moving her mouth in the middle of a singing contest! What? I mean, I know how it's meant. I'm aware how they're meaning how they mean that. But you can't you can't deny that it sounds fucking stupid, can you? Because it sounds fucking stupid. Anyways, sounds emerging from her completely exceed my notions of singing. Joy, sorrow, tranquility, love, authority. Authority? What? Her singing transcends any sort of language and conveys her emotions directly to the audience. Authority is an emotion? Ah, yes! The fifth emotion! Fuck it! That's gotta be the name of the part! The fifth emotion! Actually, tranquility... I guess you can argue tranquility being an emotion. You feel tranquil, calm, that kind of stuff. So you can argue that being an emotion. But authority?! It's like someone can have authority, someone can't feel authority. Anyways, singing trends, I already can't even think anymore. All of us are helpless as her song envelops us. The entire auditorium is under the rule of her voice. No one can tear their eyes from her. No one considers blocking their ears. No one even remembers to breathe. Her emotions are at her mercy. Am I even in an auditorium? Looks like I am, yet it looks like I am, yet it doesn't. Sounds like I am, but that's not what I'm listening to. Feels like I'm on a magical trip through an endless splendor of colors. Did someone like feed you some kind of hallucinogens? This is Misono. Yes, she is. That is her indeed. You know her. You I should stop with these bits, they're fucking stupid. Also, I accidentally dropped the goddamn bottle opener. I like leaned over to pick it up, but I leaned on the goddamn armrest. And after getting back up, it started hurting. Oh no. What a human I found myself with. And then her song ends. I don't know how long it was. I had lost all track of time. Her song is still going. Like, her song has not ended yet. Or have your ears stopped working? Whoops. Echoes of her voice still linger in the large auditorium. It's over. First of all, breathe. Then, twinkle in the eye. I just listened to a song. A song from Senri Misono. The audience rumbles. Applause louder than a boom of thunder breaks out. Yeah, I can hear it! It's very loud. Everyone is on their feet. Meanwhile, Misono spreads her hands slightly on stage. Like a sunflower welcoming the long-awaited first rays of summer. What a dazzling smile. Another view, Misono. Mad's all white. Yes! Green Valley Road! I should stop. I'm sorry. I just really like the soundtrack. Can you blame me? Like, you can't blame me, can you? Anyways, Mad's all white. I don't remember singing. I was on stage, and I saw Kake. I felt so glad that he made it. And then, feels like I just saw a dream. A dream about everything from my childhood up till now. A dream replaying each scar of the tuning fork as a memory of my life. I may well have cried on stage. Or maybe I was smiling? Why not both? Might have even been angry. But I do remember one sensation. The one I wish I had. The one I wish I had. I wanted my song to reach Kake. I wanted my song to reach everyone in the library club. I mean, the library club didn't hear anything, probably. I wanted my song to reach Miu. Did it?
お疲れ様。
Miu's standing right in front of me.
言葉もないよ。すごかった。ねえ、みゆ。千里に比べたら、私の歌なんて子供の遊びだね。友達になってよ。
感想くらい言わせてよ。
どうぞ。もう終わったから。
She scratches her head sadly.
泣かないでよ。え
Crying? Am I crying? Bring my palm to my cheeks.
そっか。私。
I can't help but smile.
おい。
Miu throws a handkerchief at my face.
私が泣かせたみたいじゃない。やめてよ。ごめん。
I wipe my tears away. These handkerchiefs smell so nostalgic.
なってあげてもいいかもね。
She puts her hands to her hips as she watches me.
友達にさ。みゆ。
Tears drop from my face onto the floor, one after another. She really has made me cry this time.
こんなに泣き虫だったっけ？知らない。覚えてないよ。
She puts her hand on my shoulder. For some reason, it makes me even happier than being hugged.
そっか。
Happier than being hugged.
そうだね。
Whoops. How long has it been since we parted ways? We took different paths, became different people, and just kept on walking. Somehow our paths have crossed again.
私、泣き虫は嫌いだから。わかってる。今だけ。じゃあ、私も、今だけ。
Her warmth envelops me. Another view ends. Samarkand's award ceremony belatedly finishes 13 minutes behind schedule. Misono's conduct was the issue, apparently. After much deliberation, the judges eventually gave her the gold award. The head judge's appeal to the others was apparently the deciding factor. The head judge is a world-class vocalist. People say that he smiles only once every 10 years, in jest, of course. He's very aloof, or better or worse. Have the smile, he said. It was amusing, so what's the issue? No one could object after that.
ああ、おかえりなさい。
We returned to the club room to find everyone sprawled over the desk. They've exhausted every last bit of energy they had. Why is Giza dying? He didn't do jack shit, Giza! Even the fat cat looks like he's about to croak. Even dozing off is the only thing he's done.
サマコンどうでした？
Kanosuke struggles to lift her head up as she asks. Misono shows her the trophy.
何それ？まさか優勝したの？優勝っていうか、金賞？
Kanosuke's shout raises everyone from their stupor.
触らせて触らせて！あ、私も。
私にも見せてくれ。
はい、ちょっと待ってください。
Misono places the trophy on top of the desk as all the girls reach for it.
千里ちゃん、やったな。
ありがとうございます。
かけい、お疲れさん。
You were there?
いや、なんとなく。
Don't say things on hunches. We're both so tired that our conversation is just us going through the motions.
すごいな。千里ちゃん、よく金賞取れたね。別に大したことないです。
I don't know if Misono's feeling shy or if she really thinks that, but she's definitely being modest.
名実ともに学園の歌姫だな。
ますます有名になっちゃうね。嬉しくない。
Misono looks worn out.
まあ何にしろよかったじゃないか。
桜庭先輩。
なんだ？
ありがとうございます。白崎先輩も、高峰先輩も、かなも、ありがとうございます。
Whoops.
ああ、家計をコンサート会場に行かせたことか？それなら気にするな。白崎も鈴木も暇だって言ってたから、ついで。そんなこと言ったかな？
Please, no, please repeat.
白崎も鈴木も暇だって言ってたから、ついでだ。
There we go. Please repeat.
そんなこと言ったかな？
お姉様、そういうことにしときましょ。私たちの犠牲が 二人の歩むバージンロードになるんですよ。
Kanosuke points outside the window.
何言ってるの？
何にしろお疲れさんだ。今日明日は各自ゆっくり疲れを取ろう。
よし帰るか。
Everyone stumbles to their feet at Sakuraga's send-off.
一ついいですか？
どうしたの？
このトロフィーなんですけど、ここに飾っていいですか？
うん。いいけど、千里ちゃんはそれでいいの？
はい。みんなが力を貸してくれなかったら、サマコンで歌えてないですから。これは図書部のみんなで取ったものだと思います。
Misono puts the trophy in a prominent position at the windowsill. The trophy itself isn't very big, but it somehow makes the entire room feel more prestigious.
私たち、別に何もしてないですよね。
細かいことは一個なしよ。
本当は筧さんのおかげって言いたいけど、照れ隠しってことですか？
やぼ言うなよ。
二人ともサボテン好きですよね。
Misono slowly advances from the pair with her cactus in hand. She's armed!
さすがにそれは痛いだろう。
Kanosuke and Takamina run away.
あいつら元気あり余ってるな。
It's getting hot! Fuck it. Who cares if I show a bit more chest here? As long as you don't see my fucking stomach. Me randomly smacking the fan has caused it to go to the strongest setting, so I'm gonna just leave it at that. Just, you know, come at me. That sounds worrying. Jesus Christ, hold on. I'm just like turn it and just. There we go. I don't know. Nope, not better. This fan is slowly but surely worrying me. It's getting old, like Jesus.
若いからね。
They grumble like they're over the hill. It's really been such a long day. Another view, Kana! I head out of the club room to fresh myself up and Sanity comes chasing after. She called out to me within the next few seconds. How should I respond? Well, I don't need to think about it, I suppose. Sanity, along with the rest of the library club, are all good people at their core. I don't need to be so guarded around them.
カナ、待って。
Hold on. I've decided to stop it from circulating because god damn it, it's getting worrying. It's now stopped spinning. She pauses nervously as she tries to find the right words to say.
今までありがとうね。
どうしたの？唐突に。
コンクールで悔いなく歌えたのはカナのおかげ。何度も相談に乗ってくれてありがとう。
力になれたならよかった。
A flash smiled at her in return.
それに筧先輩のことも。私がうじうじしているとき背中を押してくれたから。
どういたしまして。
Wash away the pain with a grin.
で、K さんってどうなったの？
Annoying headset.
まだ。
いやいやいやいや。もうくっついた感じの話だったじゃん。
これからだから。
She smiles clearly. May not know the details, but she's definitely come to a resolution. There shouldn't be any need to worry.
くっついたらレポートよろしく。
She looks like she's finally put down her mask. Those who emerge victorious are truly radiant.
じゃあ、私トイレ。
Yeah, I turn my back on the brightness.
ねえかな。今まで私のこと子供っぽいとかどんくさいとか思ってたかもしれないけど。
I freeze in my tracks, not because I thought anything like that of her, but it somehow feels like she caught me in the act. I might have been strangely confident that no one could see through me.
これからもよろしくね。
Her gentle smile. I can feel something inside me collapsing into pieces. That's so weird.
仮にの話だけどさ、千里が言ってることが当たってたとして、そんなやつと友達続けられるの？
I don't even know why I went on the offensive, but the curve of her lips doesn't falter. I'm beginning the feeling that she's far more mature than I am.
友達は無理かも。だから、これからは親友にしてくれると嬉しいかな。
Right in the chest! Has Kana Suzuki really fallen here? What has she done to me?
やばし。いろいろ漏れるから、トイレ。ごめん。
Her tone goes gloomy, till I turn around again.
一緒に行こうよ。やっぱりさ、女子は一緒じゃないと。そうだね。
She walks closer with a skip in her step. She wants to be my best friend. Still feel a bit uncertain inside, but I bet it'll all clear up with time. The details can wait for later. I want to enjoy this feeling of bliss for as long as I can. Good old... I love the soundtrack. Another view. End. I'm walking home with Misono. The rest were considerate enough to let us have some time together. Oh yeah, did you speak with Serizawa?
はい。いろいろと。
Oh, you're able to go back to being friends?
いえ。
I stopped in my tracks. Didn't work out, I say.
でも、新しく友達になりました。過去には戻れないんですよね、先輩。
She beams with a clear smile. It's as natural as one can get.
ミユには怒られました。お前は、もっと自分が恵まれてることを自覚しろって。
What makes her think that you're lucky?
持って生まれた声質と、いろいろです。
She starts to blush. Serizawa probably mentioned a friend and relationships, I imagine. Anyway, that's good for you. I can relax now. Give her a light pat on the head. I want to be with her longer, but she's probably tired. Guess we'll meet again tomorrow. Take it easy and get some rest today.
はい。
See you later. She remains silent with her head bowed. Suddenly, something pulls at me from behind. Oh?
あの、
She grabs onto my shirt. What's the matter?
特にどうってことはないんですが。
She fidgets hesitantly. The gears in her head seem to be grinding furiously.
まだ先輩にお礼とか、いろいろ言っていなくて。
I'm not worth that much gratitude. Because I've lied to her. For example, the whole tuning fork issue. One in my pocket right now was loaned from Serizawa. Could have wrapped things up nicely if I managed to find Misono's tuning fork afterward, but that didn't happen. Can you wait before you start thanking me? She looks puzzled. I've been lying to you.
嘘？
She stares long and hard at me, and suddenly a smile breaks out on her face.
音差のことですか？
You knew?
ミユから聞きました。
I'm sorry for deceiving you. I just wanted to help her ease your worries. She shakes her head.
話を聞いたときは驚きました。騙すなんてひどいとも思いましたけど、自分のためにここまでしてくれる人がいることに感謝しなくちゃいけないって。
She stares into my eyes.
先輩のおかげで自分の歌い方を見つけることができました。みんなに気持ちを届けるために頑張っていこうって思えるようになりました。私のことずっと見ててくれて本当にありがとうございました。
Her glowing gratitude is making me embarrassed. She looks at me with passion in her eyes. It's all what I wanted to do to begin with. She's always been on my mind. First, I started getting close to her because Sakuraba and the rest requested me to. Because it would help the library club. Before I knew it, I started wanting to be at her side for entirely personal reasons. I fell in love with her.
そんな風に言われたら普通誤解します。
There was no misunderstandings. I love you, Misono. He draws a sharp
だっ
breath.
たら私が先輩のことをどう思ってるか。
Her voice turns into a barely audible whisper. Ah, that's right. If only told her how I feel. I didn't consider her own feelings. Misono, how do you feel about me?
好きですよ。
Passion hits me with her words. My head starts to heat up. I turn around and see nothing but her. Her double figure peering at me makes me giddy. I've never felt this way before. I don't know what I should say now. You're the only one You're the only one I've ever loved this much. I'm using phrases that I've never thought I'd ever utter.
嬉しいです。
Will you out with me?
はい。喜んで。
She gives me her okay. So we're a couple.
ですね。
That was more anticlimactic than I expected.
ですね。もう少し面白いことを言ってください。
You're asking for the impossible.
熱烈に愛を囁いてくれても困りませんよ、先輩。
She grins mischievously.
今までの読書の成果を見せてください。
Please stop raising the bar. She looks so happy to see me bewildered. You're having a ball, aren't you?
先輩が困った顔を見せてくれることなんてほとんどないですから。
So, she's a sadist. Throws me off balance when she teases me so adorably like this.
先輩、ほら、面白いこと。
That's bad. Nothing comes to mind. Some help, please.
それじゃあ、
Just go for a kiss. She averts her
これ
eyes.
から金賞のお祝いをしようとか。
She doesn't want to be alone. It's already this late, too. It would mean celebrating way into the next morning. Which would make one of our rooms as the only possible
言っ
locations.
てくれないんですか？
She looks disappointed. You're just going to reply as if, right?
言ってみなければわからないですよ。
Seriously? Let's celebrate your gold award now.
いいですよ。
We both shoot puzzling looks at each other. You okay with it? Really?
何を期待してるんですか？おかしいです。
She fidgets restlessly. I'm sweating like crazy myself. I'll just go home. Her gaze turns to ice. It's really late.
明日になったらお祝い気分が薄れます。
But we're already a couple.
そうですよ。
Like, oh shit, I forgot what happened a few seconds ago. But we only became a couple literally minutes ago.
時間は関係ありません。
She says so plainly. Well, I guess we could have a toast. And then they fucked! I'm going in!
どうぞ。
Flashbang through the door! It's been a while since I was last in a room. There are even more plushies than before. Yes, indeed, there are more. That one on the table, I think, is new. A dog? I pat the plushie occupying most of the sofa.
失礼ですね。うさぎです。
No, that's a dog. You sure like plushies?
本当は生きてる動物を飼いたいんですけどね。
She pops in and out of the kitchen with a
お
cup.
水ですけど、どうぞ。
Thanks. I down the cold water in one gulp. Yeah, that's refreshing.
暑かったですね。
Definitely. I stare at the books lined up beside the TV without actually looking at them. Rather than getting embarrassed from looking straight at her.
気になる本、ありました？
That kind of.
なんだか上の空です。もしかして、緊張してます？
Yeah.
実は、私もです。
She giggles softly. I wasn't expecting an invitation to your room out of the blue.
私、一人が嫌いなんです。
So you're the type who always wants to be with someone else.
そう見えないかもですけど、
I now know why there are countless plushies littered around the room. Is being with me fun?
先輩が楽しいことしてくれれば、楽しいです。
She peers at me from the side with a devilish grin. I'm not really good with that kind of playfulness. Can you go a little easier on me?
また先輩を困らせちゃいました。
That makes you happy?
ゾクゾクします。
At this rate, you're gonna gobble me up.
あ
She looks away in shyness. It's without reaction. Don't tell me she... Yeah, she has to be. Misono,
何ですか？
are you thinking of indecent things?
人の心の中を読まないでください。
I really hit the bullseye, which isn't necessarily a good thing.
ディスプレイ。
Oh, it's already maxed. I'm an idiot. I just forgot to turn it back beforehand. Miss Misono?
普通に呼んでください。
Okay. Senri?
Oh.
Sorry, that was a joke.
え
She protests forcefully. I can call you Senri?
はい。
Hold on, I'm gonna button this up back again, actually. I do feel a bit too exposed with that, like that. Well, Senri, you just barely started dating.
ですから、時間は関係ありません。
I'm really gonna take it seriously if you keep saying that.
けだものですね。さすが先輩。
Yet her face shines with joy. She just teasing me, or is she serious? You must be tired. Why don't you rest well today and save this for next time?
私、平気です。
Well, I stink with sweat right now.
そうですね。では、お風呂入れてきます。
Hold it. Grab onto her sleeve.
何ですか？
Are you serious? Her expression turned serious in response to my question.
私は嫌じゃありません。もちろん、先輩が嫌ならやめますけど。
She looks at me with those upturned eyes. When a girl goes this far, it'll be unthinkable to back out. One last time, are you sure, Misono?
そんな呼び方じゃダメです。
Whoops, Senri.
はい。
I gently push her back onto the bed. Thank God my face was there! God dang it! Thank God my face is good censorship. Great. See you after the sex scene. It be October 3rd now! Apparently she's very fucking loud. It's been over a month since Henry and I started dating. I could feel the coolness of the weather on my skin. Before it gets fucked in the ass again. Wait, what? A single blanket no longer suffices once October rolls around. I suddenly hear a high-pitched sound
こ
nearby.
れでよし。
Is that sanity? Why am I worried? Why am I worried? Why am I worried? I shake off my sleepiness and open my eyes.
おはようございます、京太郎さん。
I had reason to be worried. Not yet, quite yet though. This is gonna boil down to her cosplay sex scene, isn't it? Because I know every character gets to have sex in their cosplay costume. Except for Kodashi, since she doesn't really have one. I think. Unless she gets one. Oh well. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? Sandy being here is no surprise, but her outfit, what's with that getup?
懐かしいですよね。
She's wearing the costume that she used to hand out flyers. I suppose.
どうですか？
Incredibly cute.
よかった。今日は用事があって、少ししか一緒にいられません。お詫びに、これを着てみました。
Today's an off day with no library club activities. It's been a long time since the last one. But she has plans apparently.
京太郎さんに、ご奉仕します。
She bows her head while blushing furiously. It took about a month of dating before she started calling me by my first name. Although, right now, I'm not sure if she really means what she's saying or if she's just being playful. At my service? I'm not exactly that special.
そうです。ご主人様、何なりと 私にお申し付けください。
You're playing a maid?
はい。見た通りの服ですから。
I don't remember if I mentioned it in one of the Daitoshokan videos, but recently I came to a horrifying realization. There's potential of there being a sex scene with Kyotaro as Kyoko. I don't want to acknowledge the possibility, but that sadly is a possibility, and I'm fucking scared. I see. Can I ask for anything?
はい。ご主人様が望むことなら、どんなことでも。
What should I ask for? For starter, how about making breakfast?
はい。承知しました。
She departs for the kitchen with a light smile.
できました。
She made toast with ham and eggs, as well as a bowl of soup. The toast has strawberry jam spread on it.
簡単なものしか用意できなくてすみません。
It was just fine. I don't think I had anything else in the fridge anyway. Did I have jam?
自宅から持ってきました。これ、美味しいんですよ。
Ah, thanks. Digging in, I start on my breakfast after a word of thanks to her.
待ってください、ご主人様。
What's up?
私が食べさせて差し上げます。
She stops my extended hand and picks up the slice of toast. She then tears off a small piece before bringing it to my mouth.
はい。ん。
It's fine, I can feed myself. Just go along with it, dude.
はい。ん。
Like I said, she's having fun with it. Just go along.
ん。口を開けてください。
It's going to be her way or the highway. Ah! Open my mouth and let her put the piece of toast inside. It's a bit too big to fit easily in my mouth. A splotch of jam ends up on the side of my lips. I need a tissue.
大丈夫です。
She holds a tissue up to my mouth, but stops just before she can wipe it off. What's the matter?
動かないでくださいね。
Her face is suddenly inches from mine. What? Called it.
はい。綺麗になりました。
She licked off the jam from my mouth. Thanks.
ハムエッグもどうぞ。
Okay. She feeds the ham and eggs to me with a fork,
スープも飲んでください。
which she feeds to me, spoonful by spoonful. It makes me feel kind of antsy. How hot!
ごめんなさい。
The sneeze is gone! Some of the soup spilled onto my
す
pants.
いません。すぐに綺麗にします。
Don't worry, I'll do it myself.
ダメですよ。
Wrong. She dabs at my mouth with a tissue, then starts wiping my pants. She's rubbing against my pants gently. Her eyes are glowing with provocation. It's starting to make me feel oddly self-conscious.
あ、
Standing tall and proud from the stimulation.
ご主人様。
What?
ここもご奉仕が必要ですか？
She asks with a playful look on her face. This isn't good. What do you want to do, Senri?
京太郎さん、私に聞くのはずるいですよ。
No, I thought you were supposed to be a maid at the moment. Is a maid supposed to ignore her master's questions?
あ、そうでした。
Looks like she only just remembered. Answer me, what do you want to do?
ご奉仕したいです。
How exactly?
口ってそのご主人様のこれを慰めたいというか。
This is like a relationship between two sadists where one sadist is better than the other. She's so red, I can almost see steam coming out of her ears. What to do?
意地悪しないでください。
She leans against me and takes my crotch in her hand.
では力を抜いて
She's saying to relax and
楽にして
enjoy.
ください。
Alright. Gently pat her on the head and leave the rest to her. Fade out, fade in.
それじゃあ失礼します。
I was still safe. Just barely safe. They're just like, there we go. And back to the sex scene. Bye-bye. See, not bye-bye. Back to the sex scene. See you after. Like that. There we go. Sex scene over. We both yawn and... that wasn't yawn. Hold on. A yawn actually is coming right now. We both yawn in tandem. That was great.
そうですね。
So out of it at the moment. That was already likely after... That was always likely after an intensive round in the morning.
頭がクラクラします。
You were enjoying it.
そうですけど。
I just was kinda needy today. So I gave it everything I had.
欲求不満って違います。私はお詫びのつもりで京太郎さんに。
Your apology? For what? I happened to glance at the clock. It just hit 9 a.m. Normally don't get up this early on Sundays.
あ、京太郎さん、今何時ですか？
A little past 9.
もうこんな時間。遅刻しちゃう。
Oh yeah, she didn't mention that she would be busy. What are you doing?
それは。
She trips over her own feet. Hey, are you okay? She staggers to her
京
feet.
太郎さんのせいで腰が。
Your hip... sorry. Was it too vigorous?
冗談ですよ。
An impish smile plays on her lips.
そんな場合じゃありません。
She gingerly makes her way to the door. Hey, wait!
何ですか？
She's having a hard time putting her shoes back on. Are you really going out dressed like that? You're not wearing any underwear either.
Huh?
She looks down at her own costume.
そうでした。
She's really out of it. You should probably take a shower too.
でも。
Quite a lot? Well, came out. I glanced at the globs of white juice still stuck to her thigh.
遅刻したら京太郎さんのせいですから。
She looks so worried. Sandy, hurry! We jogged towards the appointed location. Is this where you were supposed to meet?
そうです。
She looks around uncertainly. It doesn't look like anyone is waiting. Sorry, I didn't know we were so rushed for time. I may have been too demanding.
いえ、京太郎さんは全然悪くないです。私だって嬉しかったですし。
But you never refuse whenever I ask for anything.
はい。
That's why I should have been more considerate.
京太郎さん、優しいです。大好きですよ。
I look away in shyness.
もう見てらんないですね。
An impatient voice addresses us from across the path. Morning, Zirizawa. You're here early.
おはよう。
あんまり早くないけどね。
You just barely made it on
と
time.
ころで、なんで筧さんがいるんですか？今日は千里との約束だったんですけど。
Senri and Zirizawa quickly became closer after SummerCon. They're seen together a lot nowadays. I'm just here to apologize if you were angry, that's all.
それは良かったです。ついてこられたらどうしようかと思いました。
ダメなの？
そりゃあなたはいいけどね。カップルにくっついて歩く身にもなってほしいかな。
一人じゃ寂しいよね。
容赦なくない。
Zirizawa already looks exasperated. Senri means well. I think.
はいはい。わざわざ筧さんが弁明しなくていいですから。きちんと適切な指導をお願いします。
Alright, I'll keep her in line.
それなら今回は筧さんに免じて許しておきましょう。
京太郎さんは関係ないです。
Now, ladies. Senri doesn't look like she fully accepts it.
ほら、そろそろ行こう。
Have fun. I'll wave goodbye to Senri.
はい、行ってきます。
少しは考えてよね。
I like this CG. That vest is still really odd to me because it. Yet it also looks kind of good. Like the vest has grown on me.
女同士の用事なのに彼氏を見せつけるとかひどいでしょ。
みゆも彼氏欲しいんだ。
いや、そういうことじゃなくて。
じゃあどういうこと？
だから。
The conversation continues as they fade into the distance. Are they still a bit reserved, or were they like that even in the past? Whatever the case, I'm sure they'll slowly become more comfortable with each other. A map for you, Senri. I mutter to myself as I watch over them.
京太郎さん。
Senri suddenly calls out to me from the end of the path. It's amazing that her voice can reach this far. This far. It's kind of obvious though. Serizawa instantly claps her hands over Senri's mouth. What's that all about? You're a fucking idiot. Anyway, actions like that makes Senri even more lovable. Do anything to make her happy. I was proud of myself for thinking like that. Never thought the day would ever come where I could feel like that for someone else. But I wouldn't exchange it for anything now. My mind harkens back to the day before Golden Week. So glad that I chose to stay with the library club then. Senri! Don't squirrel with Serizawa so much! So much. I mean, don't squirrel with Serizawa so much. More like that. Two cries of "We won't" echo back from their direction. The echoes of their voices, a remainder of the blessed life that we'll lead from now on. This isn't like the Finn thing? Oh yeah, that comes after that. Also, it turns out every character actually does have their own ending credits song, so... Oh, or is it the Finn thing? Oh, the fuckers just decided to put it before as well. And just put no story at all after the credits. Also, can I just talk about how this route was clearly shorter than Kana's? Like, Jesus. Like, Kana's was way shorter. If I remember correctly. I may be misremembering. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and next time we'll finally go for Kodachi! Yes! Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Bye-bye. I forgot I can actually press the button for Daitoshokan. I'm still not gonna do it, just so I don't accidentally press the button instead of clicking on it in Skype. See you next time! Bye-bye!